we've got to give ourselves to this struggle until the end. Nothing would be more tragic than to stop at this point in Memphis.
Hold up! Hold up! He gonna get this work! You gonna get this work, nigga! Hold up!
I love that intro. Let me make sure my shit right. Yeah, you know how I get. Let me make sure my shit right. Hold on, pimp. Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure my shit right. Need to make sure my shit on point. There we go. There you go. All right. See what Can y'all hear me? I just fixed my mic. Audio, video. Somebody let me know what's going on so I can start talking. Can y'all hear me? Mic check 1 2. Is my mic good? Mic check. It look like it's good. I say no mom's crazy. I'm in the door. Give me 1 second. Put the little logo up there. All right. Who got in this joint, man? Let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay, then. Yeah, okay. Pragmatic. I can't pronounce your name, but good evening, good morning, good welcome. How y'all doing? What's up? What's going on? Actually, I came on here. Listen, we just chilling tonight, but listen, I'm about to go live on TikTok, and so I found out a way to stream the TikTok to YouTube. So I need y'all to go and subscribe to my TikTok. That's what I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to get y'all to subscribe to my TikTok because that jump be jumping, and I'm trying to get y'all to go over there, and I'm trying to get them to come over here. So yeah, but how everybody doing? It's good to see y'all. Blessings and more blessings, and I'm praying for you, and you covered in the blood and all the shit you used to hear. So you covered in the blood. I'm praying for you. God is good, etc. Amen. Hallelujah. Man, it's good to be back on the channel, man. It's kind of hot in here. Shit. Forehead sweating. It's kind of hot in here. But I'm trying to pull up my TikTok because I need y'all to go over there and subscribe to that. So, because I'm about to go live on there, but I need y'all to come. There we go. But no, everything good is everything. You know, I'm back posting. I'm trying to post every day, trying to get it rocking to where I'm going. I'm trying to get it going to where I'm posting every single day. I'm dropping shit. I already got tomorrow's video. Bro, stop. I already got tomorrow's video, so now we just Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, that's what I'm trying to do right there. Okay. I'm trying to pull it up. All right, I'm about to pull it up. But no, I need. Yeah, let me pull it up. This bad motherfucker here. Yeah, so I'm trying to get y'all to go to this page right here, to my TikTok, because I'm about to go live on there. I just came on here to let y'all know I'm about to go live on there. Am I following myself? Yeah, but yeah, go here because this one I'm about to go live at. Question bar: what would you do if you was president? That's a good question. What would I do if I was president? This is what I'm gonna say right here. I think the best leaders are the ones that know how to follow. Like the best people to put in positions of power are the ones that, you know what I'm saying, they understand. Like you can't, it's hard, like you got to be able to understand the bottom to be at the top, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was the president, you know, I would just be, I'm more of a realist. Like a lot of stuff, a lot of methods and a lot of laws, a lot of legislation that they got, it just don't make fucking sense. And so after I take out all the shit that don't make logical, practical sense, then I will focus more on like, you know, I'm because okay, this one because I'm like in the middle. I'm okay with people who work harder or people who are able to make a product or whatever, etc. I'm okay with them making more and having more, you know what I'm saying, like that. But it's a middle ground where like the entrepreneurs and the people that are actually providing a resource or some type of what's the word, or providing some type of resource or product to people, I'm okay with them making millions of dollars and millions of dollars. But you could be okay with that. You know, the entrepreneurs and the business owners, you can be okay with them making money while also understanding that not everybody is going to take that route, and those people need, you know, institutions for them too. Like if I was president, the first thing I would try to do is tackle the homelessness, you know what I'm saying? Because we got enough of everything to try to tackle that. That'd be my first thing. Get people actually food and shelter and water, because that's the most important. That's the most important thing before we get to anything else. It's people that don't have nothing. But I ain't trying to go to war. I ain't I'm trying to fix the in-house first. And my first thing would be like the homeless people, people that don't have food and water. How can we, you know what I'm saying, get that? That would be my first goal. The second thing I would do is take down the taxes for sure. That'd be my, because it's like they tax what you get paid. They tax you when you buy stuff. They tax you when you get money. They tax you when you win money. It's just tax. I would take down the taxes. You know what I'm saying? For like, because I was reading, doing some research, and I was finding out that the poor pay more taxes than the rich, and I was like, damn, the middle class and the, you know, the people that below the poverty line, they pay more taxes than the people that actually have all of the money. So, you know, I'm not really as politically savvy as I would like to be, but I would try to, you know what I'm saying, tackle the homelessness, tackle the taxes, stop sending people to wars for no fucking reason that ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit first. Fix the in-house stuff first. I know that's like the biggest issues I see is the in-house stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I would like, you know, I'm doing my own due diligence and my own research about like laws and shit that's been put in place that are like specifically meant and like that. It's like this shit is really mapped out and designed to keep, I would say, for lack of a better term, black people in this type of box right here. You know what I'm saying? Like you how am I trying to say this? It's like we grew up thinking it was this way, and then you realize all these fucking laws, everything you was taught, all this shit really lies, and it's not really this way, it's really that way. I would try to fix all of that shit. Like we can't undo history, but we can still try to, you know what I'm saying, go forward and protect and prevent the future generations from being, you know what I'm saying, like victim of the past. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Like I wouldn't really be caught up on like damn, that's a good question. I feel like I could talk about this for hours because I be thinking about it, like if I was president, what would I do? And you know what I'm saying? They probably kill me because I'd be on some help the people type shit. They don't want that. They want you to be for the rich. So, you know, like shit, I'd be like, okay, I would be trying to right all the wrong, you know what I'm saying, and get everybody's fired. Everybody's fired. You can't come back to work. I would fire everybody. Like the ain't no Democrat, ain't no get them all gone. All y'all capping, y'all all lies. I get everybody fired. Because I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. There's things I agree with on the left. There's things I agree with on the right. Like I was saying about like the business owners can make their millions, but we also can have things in place specifically where we don't sleep until everybody have somewhere to stay. We don't like that type of shit. I ain't talking about like they have little programs and shit. I'm talking about no, everything's on pause. We can't do nothing until we fix this. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I was reading upon today is like a lot of people have been saying that America has the most citizens in jail out of all the other countries. I'm like, damn. So I'll be like, how do we fix that type of shit? Like, why do we like it's so much wrong in this country? And I know the question was like if you was president, but I'm like, we would have to start. We, I'm gonna say this because I know this like something that I've been thinking about, but like we wouldn't the point that I would want us to get to, we can't get there through just talking and shit. For lack of better terms, people will have to get killed because there's people in our way that's gonna be trying to stop me from doing what I'm trying to do. And I know it's like shit. Some folks gonna have to die for us to get the type of shit I'm on. People got to get killed. We might have to. It might be another civil war because I'm gonna be for the people type shit. I know everybody else gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want that, so we would have to shed blood to get what we want. Because that talking shit that wouldn't work. I'm that like, show me where we talked and shit got done. Even if I was president, I would be like, hey, you don't want the people to be straight, kill them. Straight like I'm dead serious, straight like that. You don't want me to help get them out the picture. I'll kill them. And I'm saying this with a straight face, don't lie. If there was someone in my way stopping us from getting to the point where I'm trying to get us to, I would kill him. I would do it as the president. I'll snipe him in the head, whatever I got to do. Because you stopping me from helping my people. You stop me from helping everybody. And that ain't going to work. So it'll be reversed. You know, they killed us and they did wrong to get to this point. And sadly, we would have to do the same because they ain't going to go down without no fight. I get the presidency and I'm in that joint like, okay, all the bullshit got to go. It's people that's going to be like, no. So, you know, I feel like I would have to. That's a weird question for me to answer because I'm, you know, as much as I don't know about politics, the little bit that I do know, some people gonna have to die. Some evil, sick individuals would have to die if I was president. Real talk. That's it. Got to get them gone. But let me highlight the question so folks like, what are you talking about? What is on there? Yeah. What would I do if I was president? Kill some people? Yeah, that's what they do. Come on now. Oh, you said you racist? Snipe. Racism is illegal. I'll make that illegal. You can't do that. No. Get them gone. Whatever you gotta say it in the house, say it at your home. When you walk out that door, all them white, what they say? 15. I need 15 to life, max. Get them in, you in the slammer. Yeah. Everybody that, well, because there's some people that's in jail. I would try to get the people that's in jail that's wrongfully convicted. You know, we would have to fix the justice system. We would have to fix, you see what I'm saying? It would take longer than my 4 to 8 years. I'd be in that bitch 30 years trying to fix all this shit that done dead wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so there are some people that I've been studying up on that talk about that type of shit, like, you know, what would really have to happen for us to get to that point. And it's just like violence. Yep. Violence. We would have to kill. But I pulled this up because I need y'all to go and follow. Even if you don't fuck with TikTok. I know somebody said they don't fuck with TikTok, but this bitch be jumping and I'm about to go live on there. But I'm gonna keep this going. I found out how to stream it to my YouTube. I don't know. Hold on. I found out how to stream it to my YouTube channel. But you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Need to plug this up. God damn it. I don't know where to plug this shit up at. Hold up, y'all. There. See this. Okay, cool. Hopefully, hold on. Hopefully I can get that bitch jumping. Last time I was on that bitch, so many people. Hold on, folks. Let me make this mic because I'm doing shit. Hold up. Hold on, hold on. I'm trying to set it up. Hold on. I'm setting it as you can see my phone where I'm trying to set it up. Hold on. What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Shit. I don't know what I
1,000%.
So you a Christian, right?
I don't know what the fuck I am, man. I'm just a crackhead, like you said. But I do believe that if you die in a happy place, you go to a happy place. If you die in a sad place, you go to a sad place. I believe in that.
Hold up, say that again.
If you die in a happy place, you go to a happy place. If you die in a sad place, you go to a sad place.
Hold up, what?
Yeah, think about it.
You said if I die. You said if I die and go to a happy place. Hold up.
Can you follow me? Are you ready?
Okay, say it again.
All right. So think about it. If your take on theology is nothing matters, right? If you've done good and you die with your soul happy, then you go to a happy place. Like,
can I ask you a question?
But if you've been a dickhead your whole life,
are you on DMT right now?
You would diminish it, right? Like, why not? Because you don't really think about it. You're just being a dick about it. So think about it.
Okay, hold on though. Wait.
No. Think about it. Think about what the fuck I'm saying to you.
Hey, chill out. Wait a minute. Why are you so mean?
Because you're diminishing everything I'm saying, and you're making me say it over and over again. It's irritating.
Why you gotta be so mean for?
Because it's being irritating. So think about it. If you lived your life in a good way, and you're a happy person, right?
So
So it wouldn't matter if you're an atheist or a Christian or a Muslim or anything, right? So then you would be free. Or
okay,
how come you keep having a fake? There you are. Or
okay, I fixed it now. I'm listening. What'd you say?
Or if you want to just live a negative life and be a negative person and not help people, then you would go to a negative place. Why can't it just be that simple?
You sound like you on DMT.
Thanks.
So, are you a Christian or not?
What does it matter? What if I just believe in God?
What does that mean?
What if God is the universe?
I accept. That's cool. I accept that. That's cool. But you can't pray to it or worship it now.
Why not?
Like if you're going to say God exists.
Why can you not talk to the universe?
Well, if you're going to, I didn't say talk to it. I said you can't, like, don't praise and worship it. So if you're going to say God is the universe and God is nature, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Why would you not be able to call that God?
I said I'm with you.
No, I hear you. I'm just trying to like expand upon the point of like, if you put out positive affirmations, do you not get positive actions back?
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Why not? Because you don't fucking deserve them. But if you put in the work, maybe you deserve them.
What do you mean I don't deserve it?
Because maybe you don't deserve it. Maybe the universe goes, I don't believe in your bullshit. Just like I don't believe in a Christian or a Muslim or whatever. Maybe they believe in like, what have you put into us? Maybe the universe believes in like, have you been doing good to people? Have you been taking care of others? Have you been the shepherd of your flock?
Listen, this is what I'm saying though. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being a good person, but just because you do good, that don't mean you're gonna always get good in return.
Absolutely not. That's not how it works.
So this is what I'm telling you. If you're gonna say the universe is God, I'm gonna be like, cool, but just stop right there. That's a period at the end of that. You're supposed to say the universe is God, end of discussion. If you add anything else to it, that's gonna be a problem for me. Cause I'm like,
oh, you think I'm smarter than God? Fuck, I don't have that power, bro.
Why would you even make that statement? If you saying God is the universe, then just leave it at that. Just call the universe God. All this, am I smarter than God? Are you mocking God? And you like leave everything else to the side and just say the universe is God. That's what created us, and we just live our life. That's it, right?
Dude, first of all, you're a handsome man. I love that. That's some good shit.
Are you a freak? That man a freak.
This motherfucker.
Hold on, B. Hold on.
All right, hang on. Hang on. Let me break it down.
And they said pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa there, pal.
Hey, listen, we're not gonna hook up. We're not gonna hook up. You're a good looking dude. You're doing good. I see why you're able to go live.
You gotta take
stuff.
You gotta take me to Applebee's.
You're gonna
get a meal.
You're gonna pay, motherfucker.
You're free. Okay, listen. Right. Hold up. We got somebody else. Who is this?
Are you gonna let me finish?
No, you just fucked the party.
It's not my fault. You're a sexy ass black man.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Man, I'm tripping on this man. Hey, hold on.
All right. Sorry. Hello, new person.
Hello, new person. The hood librarian. What's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing? What's up?
I agree with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an agnostic. I do believe in the creator. I don't believe in a God. Two different words.
That's cool. I agree with you. So when you say agnostic, what you talking about?
I believe there is a creator.
Yeah. Okay.
But he gave us breath, and all the rest of the shit is up to us.
Well, I agree with you, but why you calling it a he?
He, she, whatever.
Right.
That's what I've been indoctrinated to say he. That's it. But it's a he, she, or whatever. But at the end of the day, he gave you breath to give your own destiny. You know, you got your own destiny. Somebody asked me, what makes you move every day? When I wake up and got breath in my body.
Okay.
So people don't realize that you can conquer your own destiny. Just because people say that you are not this or not that, you can still prove their ass wrong. I like proving folk wrong.
So do you? So you're not a Christian, right? You a Christian?
Am I a Christian? I read the Bible. Hell no, I ain't no Christian.
Why you not a Christian? Put us on.
Hell no, I read the Bible.
Put us on game. Why you not a Christian?
Because I read the Bible.
What you mean by that? Tell them, because they think it's just me. So you tell them.
For one thing, Adam didn't even get punished. Adam didn't even get punished for eating the forbidden fruit. Okay, for one thing, Adam got put in the Garden of Eden. He got put in the Garden of Eden to keep it and till it. And then when God so-called punished us, he made Adam till the ground even harder. So what the fuck? That ain't no doggone punishment. Women got punished harder. We got punished harder than any other source. That Bible don't like me as a woman, so I don't like it.
So what do you say to women who are like Christian? What do you think about that? What do you think about a woman that's a Christian? How you feel about that?
I just tell them what the Bible says because and then you know what I'm saying, then because a lot of them don't really understand what they reading because they don't know the definitions of the words that's in the Bible.
Mm.
You can't read the Bible with just the Bible. That okay, from the Bible like it got 4,000 years from all this.
Say it again.
From the time of creation to the death of Jesus is 4,000 years. It's 4,000 years. So the Bible that you get 4,000 years worth of history. It's about maybe 1 year of his life. What happened to the other 929 years?
Yeah. So is your family religious? You got kids? Your kids religious?
Not really.
So what do you tell your kids?
Bro, that's the most prophetic question you've asked.
Thanks.
Like that's what it's really about.
Hold on, freaking man.
Sorry.
You good. Now what'd you say? I'm talking to you, the hood librarian.
If anybody really studied the Bible, they would understand what I'm talking about. But people don't study. Like in Genesis,
you said, hold on. Listen,
chapter 2, verses. I'm listening.
No, I ain't mean to cut you off.
I think chapter 2 is just a bunch of names, but like, if I'm able to talk.
Okay,
like,
no, okay. Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say about chapter 2.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about chapter 2. I don't care about any of it. Like, I really don't. What I care about.
He on drugs right now, so just
all of them. DMT. It's.
Yeah, I muted him. So you said you were agnostic, and that's basically like you saying you just think that there is a creator, and that's it, right?
That's it.
Okay. Then I'm okay. I'm cool with that. So you don't thank it and pray to it and all that shit. You don't do none of that, do it.
I do thank God for, you know what I'm saying, giving me breath. But all the rest of it, I'm not begging God for nothing. Most of the people, when they pray to me, I feel like they begging. Please do this for me.
The Bible do tell them to do that though. Like that's what they.
But pray and pray derive from the same word. So
you talking about PREY and PRAY.
Baby, they derived from the same word. So I'm just sitting up here saying, so you basically praying on me. So I ain't gonna ask you to pray for me. Don't pray for me. Don't do none of that. I don't need your prayers. Because I feel like you praying on me.
So like, what about, you know what I'm saying? What about all these people saying God is doing such and such in their life and X, Y, Z? What do you say? What do you say to those people? If somebody was to walk up to you today and be like, man, God did all this for me, what would you say to them?
Did you wake up this morning and do it for yourself?
I see. So see, me and you agree, because like, you know, I don't myself say that, you know, I don't really know how we got here, what started all this. If you call it God, that's cool. If you call it the universe, That's cool. I just don't. I don't fuck with the whole. This is the book. This is the way, the truth, and the light. This is the God, the Son. I ain't fucking with that. Like there's no way you can tell me that we supposed to focus all our attention on this one book that gets most of the shit wrong. Like okay.
People won't even think about it. Like they only read.
Right. That's my next point.
They only read the Bible as history. That's all they read is the Bible is history. And then they don't understand it says it's a scripture, meaning it's a script. It is a play that you are following because you need somebody to lead you because you that stupid.
Right. They call them sheep, but sheep are that's one of the dumbest animals on the planet. A sheep, listen, check me out. A fucking sheep, they'll be eating the grass and they'll walk off a cliff without even noticing. That's one of the stupidest animals. So when you call yourself a sheep, the Lord is my shepherd, what are you really saying here? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Like, these people, like what you're saying, my point that I would add to what you said was, you know, when it comes to the Bible, they just go to the one or two verses that tell them to do something that they was going to do anyway. Like, a lot of the good stuff in the Bible, we do that anyway. We was doing that before the Bible. Help your neighbor and love, honor thy mother. We was doing that way before Christ. So it's like, I'm trying to see how the Bible is so spectacular and unique when everything that's good in the book, we already do. We already know how to do. We don't need the book to do that. You see what I'm saying?
The Bible is the first pimp.
You said it's the first pimp.
It's the first pimp. Yes, it's the first pimp. Like they always say, prostitutes was the oldest profession. No, ma'am. No, sir. Pimping is the oldest profession because you go put money in the collection plate. Who get it? The priest.
She like so they. So you said they pimping us?
They pimping. But we don't even know we being pimps. I'm just saying we really don't know we being pimped, but because everybody wants to be a follower. I have fought all my life to be not a follower. You know what I'm saying? People get mad at me because I don't want to follow their advice. And I'd be like, well, I mean, it was just your advice. I don't have to take it. So I can listen, but I don't have to take it. Because I'm big on, I look at your life. If your life fucked up, I don't need to follow your advice.
That's true. But like nobody's perfect though. So I mean,
we ain't trying to be perfect though. Well, some people are.
But they say Jesus was perfect though. That was
Jesus
perfect.
Went perfect. He went perfect because he spoke in parables. We didn't understand shit he was talking about.
Well, okay, hello. This is my thing, right? This is what I'm saying about Jesus. Jesus doesn't impress me because you know they say he's the Son of God, God in the flesh, right?
Right.
And and so we seen him come down. You know, they say he came down. We done seen this man in the Bible. It talks about how he fed these. What he fed 1,000 with a piece of fish and a loaf of bread. Or what did he do? Well, he walked on water. He said he walked on water. He rose from the dead. I seen in the Passion of the Christ where the dude ear came off. He reached his hand behind his head, healed his ear. I seen, you know, so it's like we see all this stuff, these miracles that Jesus did, and it's like that don't impress me because I feel like he could have did more. You know, it's so much. Like, okay, what is he doing now? Like, okay, cool. If you're gonna go with the Bible, you're gonna go with the Bible script, and you say Jesus did all this wonderful stuff in the Bible. Okay, what is he doing now? I don't see him walking around feeding nobody. He ain't helping. He's not doing anything. He's hidden and he's silent.
Okay. Hear me out. Okay. 70 years before Jesus Christ was unalived by the Romans and the Hebrews, Julius Caesar was unalived. And Julius Caesar was for the people. And Christ so-called supposed to be for the people. So they basically was like, okay, you gotta understand they have at least 20 years of planning how to fuck your ass over. So they gave you Jesus Christ so you can you know what I'm saying, you'll be okay with every time somebody is for the people and they unalive them, you okay with it. Julius Caesar, Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, who else? It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that. Okay.
So they just get, you know what I'm saying? Look, like, okay, they keep saying that, you know how people be like, Egypt in Africa, Egypt in America. They in both. Because I live in Alabama. We got a Eden, Alabama. We got a Cairo, Mississippi. We got a Rome, Georgia. Dude, that shit is just, Egypt is a new name that they gave Egypt. It was named after a king. They say it's a myth, or is it true? I don't know. But his name was Aegyptus. It was his name was Aegyptus. And I'm just like, they named Egypt after Aegyptus. So now y'all thinking that, oh my God, Egypt is in America, Egypt is in Africa, Egypt is in Amazon. Anywhere they had a river, they had 4 headwaters: Mississippi River, Amazon River, and the Nile River. You kind of get where I'm coming from?
I'm listening.
Everything is just, they just gave you a book so they can colonize your ass. Abraham was literally given land that was already occupied by somebody else. Ain't that colonization? So you will be okay with colonization. You will be okay with wars. And man, all the 3 religions came off one man, Abraham. Judaism, Christianity, and Muslim. Shouldn't they have the same gods? Why they fighting? But they got wars going on because still to this day, we are fighting the same war they was fighting 2,000-3,000 years ago.
Over which interpretation of this shit is true?
It's better.
God is this way. No, God is that way. No, God is this way. And they fight. They literally fighting over something.
You so smart. You a smart black man. You, oh my God. That's what I'm talking. You smart as hell. But everybody, you critically think. Everybody don't just sit down and be just like, think. Like, some of this stuff don't make no sense.
But it's not rocket science though.
But they act like it is. It's not. If they look at that, okay, if they look at that Bible, and that Bible's supposed to have 4,000 years of history, why is it so small?
And my thing is, shouldn't it be expanding? Like, the story's not over, is it? Is it over? We still here.
And look, we keep going through the end of days.
Where my chapter? I need a chapter. Where my chapter in the Bible?
We've been going through the end of days for about 1,300 years.
They've been talking about that shit. They've been talking about that shit since before Jesus. They've been in the end time. Okay, so look, do what I'm gonna say. Check me out. So I'm coming up with this little theory of like what's going on, and I think that religion it does something to these people, because what happens is you got to watch how they talk, watch how they move, And it's like, once they get really rooted in Christianity and Islam and all that shit, once they get deep in it, they stop caring about us like humans. Humanity is like an afterthought to them, because they talk like, okay, you know, nothing's more important than God, and objective morality comes from God. It don't matter about nothing. Nothing else matters but they God. And it's like, okay, so you praying to God and you thanking your God. And I'm just like this right here. The same God that you pray to and you believe is helping you is not helping them. What do you say to that? And they just brush it off like, man, look, it's whatever. And I'm just like,
it was put there so we could, okay. Basically, when the Kemites first met the people,
non-believers. That's true.
Yeah, when the Kemites first met the Europeans and the Asians, they found them to be abominations and whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like they didn't sell their daughters into like marriage, because why do I need to sell my daughters when my land is rich? But they needed the African daughters so they can turn back black, because they used to be black. But we found them to be kind of nasty.
Somebody said somebody in the chat said we deceived by Satan. What you got to say to that? Are you deceived? You being deceived by Satan right now?
I mean, I don't have to go to hell to see a demon, because Biden himself is a demon. Heck, he just sent about a couple $1 billion overseas for genocide. But I mean, but y'all don't see that shit.
They think we being deceived right now.
Y'all deceived because you don't understand the English language. The English language is the most stupidest language in the world, because it got 18 definitions to one word.
It's this language, and it's funny that you say that, because somebody was talking to me about that today. They was like, you know, the English language is just, it's not that good. Like,
it is not.
Language is important though, but it's just like, I'm really okay. So I'm sitting here thinking about this shit, like, bro, it's people that, okay, prime example, the conversation you and I having right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what I believed in or what I used to believe in, I always cared about people and I always cared about the truth. So no matter what is around me, that's always been my number one, number two. People and the truth and the people. And it's like, when it was time for me to leave my religion, it took me no time, because once I saw it wasn't for the people and it wasn't true, I just put it down. It didn't take a lot of thought. I didn't really need to deconvert, because I was always, I wouldn't say, I guess I wasn't a real Christian. I'm gonna say, like, I was just following what I thought was a benefit or a net positive to the people around me. You know, and once I saw, wait a minute, this ain't really all sunshine and rainbow like I was. It was easy for me it took nothing for me to leave religion. I know a lot of people, and I ain't knocking them. I'm just showing like how I think about these things. Like, for a lot of people, it's hard for them to leave their religion. And for me, it's like, it's nothing. I can say fuck God and don't feel no way, because when I, like what you saying, when I read the book and I see how these people move and I see what has been done in the name of their God, it's easy for me to disrespect religion. It's easy for me to dismiss it. It's easy for me to bash it, because I'm like, bro, or I'm not bro, but I'm like, the same thing that you thinking is real and true and is helping you, people are using this same belief system to cause harm. They have used it to cause harm, and they're still using it to cause harm right now. And there are countries that if you go over there and you say you don't believe in a God, they kill you on the spot for not believing in a God. That's crazy to me. Like, and I'm like, okay, what do the people that's using religion for a good, what do they say to those people? What do they say? How do you feel about that? the same God that you believe in, the same religion, the same book, people are using it to do X, Y, and Z that's wrong. So, like, I can't be the only one that think like that. Like, how do they like?
But let me tell you like this.
How are they able to believe in it and trust in it and put faith in it once they know? I can see if they don't know, but the internet is free and it don't lie. Everybody has access to this information.
But you gotta realize some people don't have a mind of their own. They want to follow. They don't want to lead. They want to follow. They want somebody to tell them what they need to do because they don't have a mind of their own. You got some people like you. You are what you call a demigod. You know, you have dominion on this earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have you know you can talk about your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're gonna do in your own destiny. You put it in your own shit. But some people don't have a destiny. They need somebody to tell them what their destiny is because they are servants. They are children of Adam. And I mean, if they actually read look, I studied the Bible. Like when my mom is like the best mom in the world because right now she's just tired of me talking about the Bible. And she be like, yeah, I get it. But she be like, hey, go talk to somebody else. And she's never indoctrinated me into the Bible.
That's good. That's amazing.
And but you know what I'm saying? We talked about it when we was growing up. I went to church or whatever, but she never made me go to church. And then one day this like voice said, read the Bible. And I read it and I was like, damn, this bitch fucked up. And I just don't think that everybody need somebody to tell them what to do because they are slaves. If they actually read the Bible, they would know that Adam never really got punished for eating the forbidden fruit. Adam was put down here to till the land in Eden. And then his punishment was to till the land even harder. Women got punished. The control was to control women, to control. Like the Bible make it seem like it don't like me. It doesn't like me at all. It wants me to be a servant to a man. Look, I have no problem with submitting to a man if he wants to. If he's a good man to me. That's what my father taught me. But some of these men want you to just submit to them because they got some money. You can kiss my ass and your coins. Because I go out here and work for myself.
That's good. I like that.
I just want to be loved. Everybody just wants to be loved. It's like they made God, they tricked you. Okay, your mind is, you are a organic computer. God made organic computers. Your mind is just like the computer. You know what I'm saying? You can download. So they have to download you from birth with some bullshit. So you can be negative all the time. And the Bible is negative. It says God all loving, but he wiped us out. How the fuck he all loving when he killed us? And then he killed he punished the women for his children coming down here having sex with us. Like, I'll
do you one better. I'll do you one better. That they say God said, be fruitful and multiply, right? The only way humans are born is through child labor. Child labor, from what I've been told, because I don't know, but that's some of the most painful shit, and you can die from it. The one thing that he put us here to do, be fruitful and multiply, you literally can die from it. You can die from following God. You can literally die having kids. It's excruciating pain to give birth, but that's the whole. Without that, we wouldn't even be here. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if this religion is true, if this religion is true, how stupid of a God are you to make the only way we can keep going? You made that one thing. You made that one thing the most painful shit, and the women can die from it. That's crazy to me. And nobody talks about that. And I'm just like, how do women pray to this God when the only... It's crazy to me. Oh,
because women are oppressed. They are oppressed. So it's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? Okay, just like, during slavery, white women got sold just like black men did. Black men and women, they got on the little docks, and white women got sold just like black men and women did. Oh, the oppressed gonna oppress. So that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And the oppressed are easier to control. So that's just how it is. And it's just, if we go back, let's just say before Christianity, Judaism, all of them got prominent. They had, have you ever heard of Spartacus?
Spartacus? Yeah.
Okay, Spartacus was like a slave. He was a slave, but he was a gladiator. All the gladiators used to think they was fucking gods and shit.
Yeah.
And he led a slave revolt of 100,000 slaves. And then you got Xerxes that had a 500,000 army. I mean, the Bible is basically religion and politics put together. I mean, if you look at the back of the dollar, Egypt and Rome are in America. It is in America. They just revamped it. Rome never lost its power for real. They just revamped how they rule. That's if people read history. History to me is fun. I love to research it, but you got to look at the timelines of what's going on. It's the timelines of what happened. Judaism didn't really become prominent until the 2nd century. So that's way after Spartacus, way after Julius Caesar. So it's like they knew how to write, you know what I'm saying, the Bible. And in 4241, the calendar of Egypt was produced. So Egypt already knew that if you chanted positive affirmations, your being would be positive. So they found out that if you chant negative affirmations, your being would be negative. Like, it's just saying, like, you think why every woman wants to shake their ass, because they had shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Can you kind of see what I'm saying? If you keep saying the same things, you're gonna do it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, like they hypnotize.
Because we download just like computers, and it is a constant download with the songs, the music, the videos.
Right.
But I don't think people understand it. You're smart. You're about the only man I've ever seen that's smart enough to understand this. Besides my boyfriend.
It's not a lot of us out here, but that's why we all gotta connect, because the Black community is like, we need more people that talk how you talk and how I'm talking. Like, you can, you know what I'm saying? It's like we can be on some, like, it's okay. I'm gonna say it like this: everybody that has been, fighting for our rights and pro-black, and they really been taking the fight to white supremacy. All these people were religious, like what you named earlier: Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. All of our prominent leaders, our great leaders, they have been religious. And I'm like, I feel the same way they feel with no God included. I feel the same way they feel. And it's like, but there's no God behind it. Like, I'm not doing this with a religious belief beside me. It's literally like, I feel the same way Martin Luther King felt. I'm not a Christian though. But it's like a lot of Christians, they don't even care that I agree with them. They don't care. They don't care that we're fighting the same fight. All they hear is, you don't follow my God, I can't fuck with you. I done lost so many people over religion by itself. It don't matter how good of a person I am. It don't matter how much I help people. It don't matter how much of a positive influence I could be. When they find out I don't believe in God, they put God before everything. Before, how you gonna put God before this? I'm telling you, I agree with you, but you don't fuck with me because I don't believe in your God. So forget the fight. And don't even worry about none of that. All you focus on is your God. It's like we already separated. As bad as it is, what's the icing on the cake? Religion. Religion. Not only because we want to go left, this half want to go left, that half want to go right. How do we keep them further apart? Sprinkle that religion in the middle. Oh, that'll divide us like the Red Sea. Get up. Now we got the Christians on that side, we got the people who spiritual on that side, and we got the atheists in the background saying, forget all that. This is the real, like, if you're gonna believe in God, I have a problem with that. But if you're gonna fight the fight, cool. If you spiritual, but you're gonna fight the fight, cool. I don't believe in God, but I'm gonna fight the fight, cool. Let's put our differences aside and fight the fight first. You know what I'm saying? Help the black community first. Then we can settle the God belief later. They can't even put it to the side for a minute. It gotta come first. They put it before everything all over. It's like, bro, we can't get shit done because why would we get something done when every day of the week, all the black folks in church, all the money go to the church, all the money, all the time, everything go to the church. It's like, what is the church doing?
Well, my mama told me don't never call nobody stupid, but I do.
You call them stupid?
I do. And I say it just like this. If you got a church that's I'm living in Alabama, baby. We got plenty of mega churches in
black. I'm in the Bible Belt. I'm in the Bible Belt too.
And black communities, and the neighborhood look like crap. And my bad, hold up. I said I didn't go to church when I was little, but my family is church affiliated for sure. Yeah. And I got right now I got a cousin that's she is the preacher's wife, and they got a mega church. But I know how y'all church got started. I don't want to come to your church because I know you was sleeping with the pastor's wife. You know what I'm saying? You was speaking with the pastor, and the pastor had a wife.
Yeah.
And the pastor, you know what I'm saying? The pastors don't do nothing but sleep. You know what I'm saying? They just pastor so they can sleep with the women. That's it. The pastors is the first pimps.
Mm-hmm. They do that shit. They just like the power. They like the authority and the power of being pastors. I can't name you the last time I went to a church and the pastor got up there and was talking about some shit that could really help the community for real. He talking about most churches I go to, this is what they do. The pastor, he build his sermon. He take a couple of scriptures out the Bible and build his sermon around those scriptures and try to apply to our everyday life. That's what most pastors I've seen do. The problem with that is the shit in the Bible, it don't really relate to what we got going on right now. Like, these motherfuckers used to chop the foreskin off and burn it in the pile to God. Why are we listening to anything they got to say about anything? We need to be like, if you're gonna have all these hundreds of people gather at your church on Sundays, y'all should be there talking about something that's like help the community. Like what you said, the church is a mega church, but the surrounding area look like crap. They should be trying to fix that. But it's like
they not, because half of the churches send their money to these banks that, you know what I'm saying, that basically loan to people that don't look like us.
Are you talking about like gentrification, where the black church put their money in the white bank loan the money to white people, and then those people buy up all the property, then push everybody out the neighborhood? I think she left. Oh,
correct.
You hear what I just said? I know.
Yes,
I learned that from watching Dr. Umar Johnson. He was talking about that, where like the black church put their money in the white bank. The white folks come borrow money from that bank, use that money they borrowed from the white bank where the black church got their money, buy up all the land, and then push everybody out the hood. So these people are literally investing in their demise.
Pretty much.
That's crazy to me.
But they don't know it because they refuse to only read nothing but the Bible as history. You know what I'm saying? They only read that they are slaves. They mental slaves. Like,
they are.
I talk to people like all the time and tell them, like, I mean, they always say, well, black people don't get together because you keep putting that shit in the air. You keep putting that spell out there. You are the one that don't want to get together with other black people. Just because one black person don't want to conform to what you want to do doesn't mean the next one don't. You got to keep going.
They don't really care about being black. They care about being Christian. They always talk about how, you know, you hear them say, Christians be like, it don't matter about your race, it don't matter about where you come from, all that matters is Jesus Christ. I'm like, that's bullshit. It do matter. This do matter.
But they don't they don't understand how many wars these religions have started.
They say God is love and these are religions of peace. That's what they say.
They ain't never read the
Bible.
Religions of peace. They ain't never read the Bible.
They say it's a religion of peace. That's what they say. That's what they call Islam. But I'm pretty sure they say the same thing about Christianity too. It's a religion of peace. God is love. I seen one dude on TikTok. I seen one dude on her say, "Love proves God," and I was just like, I just threw my hands up. Ain't no refuting him. He's gone. He's too far gone. It's over.
Okay, but look at what God says, that He's a jealous God. How love in it? How love in it? You can't be jealous and you love your people at the same time. That is not that we ain't that stupid. I'ma say that. I'ma just say that. We ain't that stupid. That you don't critically think that God can say He jealous and then He love.
This my thing though. How could the God be jealous when the God created everything, if it's true? How are you gonna that's like you making that's like you making a peanut butter jelly sandwich and a tuna fish sandwich. And that's like you getting mad because the tuna fish sandwich got a better slice of bread on it than a peanut butter jelly. You made the fucking sandwiches.
You are right.
Hear me out. Who are you mad at if you made the peanut butter jelly sandwich and the tuna fish sandwich? Who could you possibly be mad at other than yourself? Why would you make a tuna fish sandwich and you don't like tuna? Why would you make peanut butter jelly? You're allergic to peanuts. That's whoo, Lord Jesus.
Hold up. The same people that gave people the story is the same people that unalived Jesus, and they still saying this is Jesus' word.
Then listen to me. Okay. This is a trick question, but I'm asking you anyway. Let's say this is just hypothetical. Let's say you had a friend. And your friend got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you go to the jeweler and tell the jeweler give you a chain, and on the chain put a gun on it?
No.
Let's say your friend got shot with a Glock. You gonna go to Johnny Dang. Give me a Cuban link, and I want a Glock 17 pendant. Why would you get that?
I see where you going with this. I really do. Like, I be like, why would you put the Christ death on your chest?
That's like black people getting a fucking noose. Let me get that Cuban link with the noose on it. What? Why would we do that?
Because they don't critically think.
They have the torture device around their neck. I'm like, bro, when this dude come back, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm back. I'm God. What's that on your neck, man? Bro, do you have a cross on your neck? I was crucified on that. And you put it around your neck?
You are absolutely right. That's what I be thinking about. Like, and I'm just
crazy.
I be thinking like we just can't be that stupid.
We're nuts.
We can't. My mama said we can't call them stupid.
Okay, if you don't got nothing to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah, but my mama said that we got to tell them that learn how to think, baby, because they not thinking. Because we talking to the same people that act before they think.
Yeah.
So
they're slow. I mean, no, they're not slow. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that.
They ain't slow. They just need to think. They are not thinking.
You said think, baby. You gotta think, baby.
You gotta think. But they just, because common sense ain't that common no more.
It ain't common. That shit is, it's an oxymoron, because common sense is like, it's like rare. It's ultra rare. It's like hitting the lottery. To walk up to somebody that got common sense, that shit like 1 in a million. But we got, who is this? This is Jaleesa Godchild.
Yeah, God's child.
Hello, Jaleesa Godchild.
Hello. So I heard what you guys were saying about being jealous, and I believe that some people confuse the word jealousy with envy, because jealousy doesn't mean like, oh, like you're envious, where envious means like you're like you want someone else's possessions, like you want someone else, like you want what someone else has. But jealousy can be like, you know that you have the ability to provide for someone's needs more than what they're going after. Like someone may be going to something comfort, because you created them to provide what they're searching for more than what they're trying to find that comfort in. So you're jealous over that. Like you're jealous over the fact that you created this person and they're going to other things that are never going to be able to provide what they actually need. It's almost like a parent who like births a child, and they imagine you birthed this child, but every time they needed some parental guidance, they're going to someone completely like someone else than you. Like they're going to like the man at the store, Bob, that owns the store or something. Like you're gonna feel like, man, how come my child's not coming to me? Like I can provide everything they need. I can provide that guidance. I can provide that wisdom. I can provide that love. I can provide that nurturing.
So I'm assuming you are a Christian because your name said God child.
Yeah, I followed Jesus.
You follow Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You mean Caesar Borgia?
I mean, whatever you want to say in regards to that. I mean, that doesn't really mean much to me. Like,
Do you know who Caesar is?
No, I don't care about Caesar.
I'm saying you should care about Caesar Borgia. That how you say his name? Caesar.
His name is Cesare Borgia.
Say that again.
Cesare Borgia. He is Jesus. He's the picture of Jesus.
What do you mean the picture of Jesus? Are you talking about the picture that?
Okay,
like,
hold up.
No.
You know what I want you to do for me? Please do this one thing for me. I need you to look up the definition of what jealousy means before you, because you're giving you giving us your opinion of what jealousy means.
Oh no, absolutely not. I actually did.
We am not finna argue about it. Look the definition
no, love, I don't want to argue about it either. I just
look the definition up of what jealousy means.
I absolutely looked it up. What I want you to know is that I looked it up before I got on this live. Did you look at the second definition?
The definition of what jealousy means.
Did you look at the second definition?
Let me see.
Okay.
Because I looked it up before I got on the live.
Okay.
So
look.
There's more than one definition.
Look up the definition what jealousy means. It tells her what jealousy means. I absolutely looked
it up.
Okay, hold on.
Before I got on the live.
Please read it for.
You looked it up on Google?
I just typed jealous. And jealous was the first definition. And it was actually the second bulletin that I read.
What it means. What do you think it means? You keep telling me
it's not what I thought. It's what the definition said if you want to read it, but
I know that's what I kept asking
one
you.
definition
for hold on.
Tell me what the definition means.
Hold on. What did you say it means, Jaleesa?
Here, do you want me to screenshot it and put it on the green screen?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Black Atheist, I can't read her because I don't see her on your live.
You don't see her?
I don't see her at all. I'm the one. I don't think I see it's me.
You know, she's an
angel. Okay, so if you want to put me on the big screen.
How do I do that?
It's like a button that it's expanding the screen. It's like a big square, I think. If you click on me.
I ain't been live and so okay, wait. I see it. All right, let me see. Show us something.
So I look at the second bulletin specifically because I know it can be feeling or showing envy or of someone of their achievements and advantages, like wanting to replace.
But you said it wasn't envious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But as I stated before,
it was not envious.
As I stated before, okay, but let me speak. As I stated before, there's more than one definition for a word. So if you look at the second bulletin, it says feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship. So once again, if someone knows that they can provide the love that you're looking for and the encouragement, the wisdom, everything that you need, and they see you going to someone else for that, then they will be jealous. But it doesn't mean that they're being envious and they want your achievements or your possessions. You know what I mean?
I see what you
mean, but I don't see what you mean.
So what was your point of
so I guess my point was just to kind of like let you guys know that when God says he's a jealous God, he's not saying that because he's envious of something or something of that sort. He's saying that because he is jealous of the fact that the people that he created with intention and purpose are going to something other than him for like guidance and wisdom and love and things of that nature.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Have you ever read the book from start to finish?
Yes, I haven't read every single part of the Bible, but I've read probably 85% of it.
You say you read 85% of it, but when you read 85% of the Bible, did you have a dictionary sitting on the side of you so you can actually understand the words? Because the book was written over 2,000 years ago. So the definitions of the words that was written 2,000 years ago are the first definition. And the first definition is envious.
Okay, so if you want to look up the definition, there's, as I stated, even in like the Greek and Hebrew definitions, there's multiple definitions for one word. It's not just one definition for the word.
So even still,
And God
even
doesn't base his word
regardless,
off God doesn't base the Bible off man's definition.
well,
Are you a sheep?
Am I a she? Yeah, I'm a she.
I said no, not a she, not a S, not S-H-E.
Oh,
I mean S-H-E-E-P.
a
Sheep.
sheep? Well, I mean, yeah, you can. I'm a sheep for God, but I'm not a sheep to this world. Being a sheep to this
Well, okay,
world, I would have to say,
when
is
you are
more
a
of a
sheep, you need a shepherd. So you need a leader. You need somebody to follow.
not a person. Do I need a person to
Okay.
follow? No. Do I need the
No, but
God
you
who
still
laid the
following.
earth's
Because
foundation
you're
and mark
still
off its
following a
dimensions?
person.
Absolutely.
You're still
Hold on,
following
wait a
a
minute.
person because Moses was a person that said he heard God and then he wrote a book.
I
So
don't
you're
follow
still
Moses,
a sheep.
though.
but man wrote the Bible though.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. The man wrote the Bible that was influenced by the Spirit, which I have. So at the end of the day, the only reason why I even believe in the Bible is because after I encountered God, like after I encountered Jesus, God, both the same, like I received his spirit, and his spirit led me to the Bible and gave me understanding. Before that, the
What
Bible
happened
was just a
before
bunch of
you got
words.
led to the Bible?
What was that?
What happened before you got led to the Bible? Because most people get led to the Bible when they commit sin.
Yeah, I committed a lot of sins. I lived a very sinful life.
Yeah. That's
So
why
at the
you
end of the
follow
day-
Moses, because Moses was a sinner because he murdered a Hebrew.
Absolutely. Everybody that God used was a sinner.
My
I think
bad.
that's the-
He murdered an Egyptian.
Yeah,
I
so
misspoken.
everyone in the Bible that God used was a sinner. And I think that's the beauty of the Bible, because we all fall short of the glory of God, but that doesn't mean that God can't use us. That doesn't mean that God doesn't have a purpose for our life. That doesn't mean that God can't transform us into exactly what he wants us to be.
You fall short of the glory of God. Because I'm just saying, like, I just want to ask one thing about Christians. Why don't you say yourself fall short of the glory of God? I don't fall short from the glory of God.
But you don't believe in the glory of God because you don't believe in God.
You fall short of the glory of God.
But the point is, okay, but the point is that you don't even believe.
Just say you.
But if you don't believe in the glory of God
just say
in the first
you.
place,
Just
okay,
say you.
Okay,
Just say you.
I get what you're
That means
saying,
that you
but
don't know
my
how to
point
take
is,
accountability.
if you don't believe that it
You don't know
exists,
how to
why
take
does it bother you
accountability.
so much?
You don't. It don't bother me.
It seems
Y'all
like it's
just
bothering
playing.
you, because if
It
someone
doesn't
says
bother
to
me
me,
because I just feel like you be trying. Christians be always trying to put everybody in their sin. You did that shit. I didn't.
Hey,
You sinned. I didn't.
hey,
well, if you don't
Jalisa.
believe in sin, I definitely understand
Okay,
that doesn't
prime
mean that
example.
you
Listen,
haven't fell short.
I fall short of the glory
We all
of
do.
God.
We're
Say
humans.
Hold on. Listen. So, prime example. Earlier in the chat, somebody was like, "Satan is using us," and we was like, "Satan ain't using me because we don't believe in him either."
You don't just because you don't believe in him doesn't mean he doesn't have the ability to use you.
But this is her point. What she's trying to tell you is that religious stuff, it don't apply to us because we don't believe in that. The same way you just said, but she don't believe in God. So that's the same thing about the devil. The devil, the God, the angels, the spirits, that is for the sheep. I'm not a sheep, so that don't apply to me.
And I'm not a sheep.
I ain't no
you
sheep.
okay, so yeah, it's just okay. So
but just say you.
Okay, so this is the thing. Say
you.
Okay, so this is the thing.
Say I.
Okay, so this is the thing. You not believing in something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I can literally say I don't believe in something. I can say I don't believe in ghosts and spirits, and someone can literally encounter ghosts and spirits every single day. And it doesn't mean just because I haven't experienced that, just because I don't believe in that it doesn't exist. So at the end of the day, you choose not to believe in that. So me saying this should mean that it doesn't matter to you because you don't believe in that. So you telling me how to use my words based on my experience and what I've actually witnessed, and to like, because you don't believe in something doesn't change anything. Just like I can't tell you to
Well,
stop
that's the
using your
reason.
words because you don't believe in it. Like you could say whatever you want, that's your prerogative, but at the end of the day,
Right.
you saying that something doesn't exist doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. That's just a
Hey,
fact.
Jaleesa.
Only thing
This
I'm
is-
saying is you need everybody else's sin around you. So I'm just saying that why you can't say I sinned.
Because we are
No,
humans. We have a body.
No,
have a
that's all I'm
flesh,
saying is why
and
you
our
can't
flesh
say
Don't
I.
and
include-
desires
you're
to fall short from
including us
God.
into that. That don't got nothing to do with us. If you
You-
believe that you're a sinner and you fall short of the glory of God, and Adam and Eve ate the fruit, that's why you're damned and all. If you believe that, that's cool. But you got to walk around like that. You got to walk around and say, well, I'm a sinner and nothing I can do is going to please my God, so I got to accept that his son died for me. That's on you. That don't got nothing to do with us. So when you say we're humans, okay, but all the part
Oh
about,
no, we can do things that please God. We
You
can
keep,
when we
you keep
repent.
saying we.
When that repent,
Why you can't say I?
why does it bother you so much if you don't believe in it? That's a question you should
only
really
thing I'm
ask
saying
yourself,
is
because
that
it seems
you,
like
why you
hold
can't
on.
say
It
I?
seems-
hold on.
Because
it
you
seems
want
like you're
everybody
bothered
to be in
about
that.
it
Hold
because
on.
you
Hold on.
low-key believe
Wait.
in it, but you just don't want it to apply to you.
No, you say I.
No, you don't control my words, love. I haven't tried to tell you what to say or how to speak. So if you don't believe in it, if you don't believe in it and it doesn't apply to you,
I muted y'all. And I think y'all can unmute on y'all own. Hold on. So you said something, I think along the lines of like, you know, if it don't apply to you, why do you care or something like that? And I was like, I could answer that. And so my answer to that is, and I've said this on my YouTube channel. So I don't believe in God, but you do, and I'm thinking the Bible scholar probably does too. The only problem is
I don't
mind going my way, not bothering nobody. This is the difference. Even if I turn my head, go that way, and keep my head down and don't talk about God or religion at all, these people are still gonna knock on the door. They still gonna knock on my door. They still gonna proselytize to me. They still gonna try to feed it to me. They still gonna try to sell it to me. They still gonna try to get me involved in it. So while I may not believe in it, I have no choice but to be here doing this because the damage has already been done. No matter how silent I am about religion, if I keep all this atheist stuff to myself, it don't matter because they're still going to bother me. They're still going to try to spread the gospel to me. They think that they're called to spread it. And I'm here to say, this is some bull. If they would keep their religion to themselves, I wouldn't exist. Black Atheist Ransom would not be here. I'm only here because of them. I'm here as a protest to what they trying to force on us. You can't even run for president in this country if you don't believe in God. God is everywhere. The Bible is in the courtroom, in the schools, in the presidency, in every aspect of our life in this country is a Bible, is some type of religion. So the damage, they already won the war. They already killed. They used to kill people who didn't believe in God. They used to burn you at the stake. They used to throw stones at you until you died. They used to tie you, like the damage is already done. So it's like, if the damage wasn't done, we could go that way, y'all could go that way, everybody just, they believe it, we don't. The problem is that it's too late. It's too late for the kumbaya. It's too late for the black bygones be bygones. The war has already started. And it's like, this is what it leads to. This is it.
Oh, she left.
This is it. This what happens. This is what happens when it's no different than what a Martin Luther King or Malcolm X was doing. The thing that they said, how they acted, how they approached things was a direct result of what was being pushed on us and done to us. It is the same shit. Basically, I'm protesting injustice. Religion, in my opinion, is an injustice. Everybody don't agree with me. That's cool. But me personally, I know you do. Thank you. But it's an injustice to us. We're humans. We know we're here. We're all we got evidence of. That's all I'm focused on. But it's an injustice to us when you say, fuck us, we don't matter. This life don't matter. Let's focus on the afterlife in something that we don't have no proof of, that somebody wrote down, somebody they got a spirit or feeling off of this. You see what I'm saying?
But okay, black atheists, half of the
Yeah.
people not even read the Bible for themselves. They are so much a sheep that they got to get people to read it to them. Because if they understood what the Bible says in Genesis 2:14, it says that this is the generations of the heavens and the earth. That means that it was a generation of the heaven and the earth. That's two different people. Then it said in Genesis 1:25 to 1:27 that we have dominion over the planet, over the creepy and the crawly things. But you got dumbass people that's listening to a snake.
So what I wanted to come up was to correct her on her use of jealous. That word occurs 6 times in the Bible, period, and the word is kana. And what it actually is a name of God that means jealous, but it 100% its root word can be used as let's see, you've also got tekwana, which is envious. So unfortunately, Jaleesa, I've dealt with her before. She actually has no idea what she's talking about when it comes to the Bible. And I'm sure that's why she left, because she's dealt with me before. But I was really hoping before she left we could ask her about her prophecy that she made. By the way, go look on her channel. If she hasn't deleted it yet, a lot of people have reposted it. She made a prophecy that there would be 3 days of darkness before the end of 2023 where demons were literally running in the street. And so we've been waiting on it. It didn't happen in 2023, and we were all really disappointed. But
are you a Christian Bible scholar? You just
no.
You're not?
No.
Hey,
I was
black
when I
atheist,
started.
I'm gonna drop.
Thank God. Thank God.
Hey, black atheist, I'm gonna drop. Let me back up, okay?
All right. So Bible, what's your name? I want to get it right.
Biblical scholar.
Scholarship.
Yeah.
Biblical scholar.
Yeah. So
are you an atheist?
No, I'm actually not an atheist either. I'm a deist.
A deist.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's it. It's atheism or agnosticism light. It's okay.
That's
yeah,
cool.
There was probably a God that said, "Let there be light," and then left us like a baby in a hot car.
And I'm okay with that.
But yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I actually started out as
we
a
can
Christian.
be friends. We can be friends. You and I can be
definitely.
cool in real life.
Yeah, definitely. See, I actually started out as a Christian.
I don't have to worry about you hearing a voice in your head telling you to kill me to prove your loyalty and your faith to the God.
Hold up. What about me? I can't be your friend?
You straight too, because I mean, I know you ain't hearing no voices in your head telling you to kill me, you know. One time I got on here and asked the dude, I said, if God told you to, would you kill me? The motherfucker said, yeah. In front of it was like 600 people watching. He was like, I would kill you if the God told me to. And that's where I'm like, do you see how they doing us? Do you see how the religion makes you feel about humanity? You would take me out over a voice in your head, bro? I'm like,
yeah,
wow.
There was a time we called that psychosis, but somehow when you wrap it in religion, it's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, biblical scholar, I got one question. When did it say in the Bible, let there be water?
Never.
And you remember God hovered over water.
Yes. So the Genesis chapter 1 account is actually a newer account, and it is not creation ex nihilo, which is creation out of nothing. Creation already existed. If you read a lot of the better translations, some of the more modern ones, it actually says, instead of in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The better translation and the actual translation of the Hebrew is, when God began to create heaven and earth, the earth was void and without form. So the earth was already here. It was already there according to Genesis chapter 1.
Okay, this is my of the Bible, right? Genesis started out in 4004 BC, right? If you look it up on Google, it was says the creation of the world from biblical scholars was 4004 BC, but the creation of the Egyptian calendar was in 4241 BC, 237 years before the creation of the world. And the creation says in the beginning. In itself means surrounded by somebody else. And then Genesis chapter 1, verse 27 said, let us make man in our image. Who is us and who is our?
So there's quite a few things going on in the first few chapters of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1 through 24a is actually a later creation account that was added in during the Babylonian exile. The original creation account is Genesis 2:4b through chapter 3. That's the original. The Adam and Eve story is the original. So if you're asking who the original or who the our and let us create man, these personal plural pronouns, they're referring to the Elohim. The Elohim is, or the Bene Elohim, are the gods of the Canaanite pantheon. So originally, Israelites were a henotheistic religion. They were not monotheistic. They never were. That did not come until about the 2nd century CE of the Common Era. Originally, they were a henotheistic religion, which means there are other gods and you can worship other gods. However, this is your primary God, Yahweh. And at the time, it would have been El Elyon, which is God Most High. Towards the exile and towards the establishment of the Second Temple, they kind of morphed into a monologic religion, which is still accepting that other gods exist, but you only worship this one, which would have been Yahweh. And Sage, the royal we, does not exist in ancient Hebrew, just FYI. So this was the Elohim that they were talking about. And to try and look back through it, what a lot of Christians and a lot of Jewish people do is they try to look back through the lens of monotheism, which is there is only one God, and creation ex nihilo, and try to apply it to Genesis, but it's just not there, period.
I got one. Same time, the Hebrews is in Egypt. The high schools. The high schools were
Hyksos.
High schools. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, the Hyksos people.
Okay, they were in Egypt at the same time. And you got a lower Egypt, middle Egypt, and you got an upper Egypt. 3 different Egypts.
Yes.
And the high schools was in lower Egypt, and Moses was in lower Egypt. And it just seems like when I look at the pharaohs of Egypt at the same time that Hebrews were in Egypt, they kind of look like they were Black Atheist.
What was the last one? The last part?
I said they look like they were Black Atheist. They would look like they were Hamites. Hamites are Nick Negroid and Mongoloid. They are Negro and Mongoloid mix. And how you say the word?
Hyksos.
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 Look, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I'm helping. I'm trying to help.
Look, y'all know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, they were in Egypt. They look just like they look like Black Atheist. They look like Negro Mongoloid mix. And the pharaoh at the time was they were mixed. They had some tight eyes. And they were dark skinned.
So archaeologically and genetically, that is not true.
Oh, I got books. You know what? I ain't got my books on me.
There's plenty of books that say that, but genetically and archeologically, that is just not true. So the Hyksos people
what year
originally.
Does your book say that the Hebrews were in Egypt?
So originally they would have traveled there. They are first mentioned as the
I said,
Shasu
I
Yahweh
said
people.
year. Just tell me the year.
Right offhand, I don't know. This would be
Okay.
pre
Okay.
4000.
That's what I'm saying is a lot of Bibles do not have the years. I have 1,800 Bibles that tell you the years that the Hebrews were in Egypt. And at the same time, the Hebrews was in Egypt at the same time as the say the word,
Hyksos.
the Hyksos. I still can't say it right.
It's fine. I know what you're talking about.
They were still in Egypt. Okay, and have you ever heard of the Tellamanda tablets?
The Talamarand?
The Talaman tablets said that, you know what I'm saying, okay, they might have changed the names from Hebrew, from Hebrew, the Habairu, to Hebrew. And we all know that they changed names like it ain't nothing. It's just like it's just a name change. That's all. But this is at the same time that the high school, whatever you said, whatever. I'm not gonna pronounce it again because I say it wrong. But the
No, it's
same
fine.
time that the Hebrews were in Egypt, the high schools were in Egypt. And then when you read the Bible, it says that the Egyptians actually gave the Hebrews the best of their land. Why would somebody give somebody the best of their land?
So
Unless you took it, unless they took it.
I will be happy to explain that actually.
It's fine. I'm on mute.
Yeah, okay. So what happened was, and by the way, if you want to pronounce that word, think of a whitey hick. So hick and then sauce, like a tomato sauce.
I'm
So hick
country,
sauce.
so it's gonna come out
Hey,
wrong.
I'm with you, girl. I'm from South Carolina. I'm with you. So originally, the Proto-Israelites were known as the Shasu Yahweh people. The first attestation and writing of that people is around, I believe, 2500 BCE. Now, they came into the land as the Hyksos people. They had become a little more established. They were a tribe all to themselves, and they came in as the Hyksos people. Now, what happened is the Hyksos people eventually took over Lower Egypt. And Lower Egypt, or wait, was it Upper or Lower Egypt? I can't remember right offhand. One of the Egypts they took over and became the pharaohs of that land. Eventually, the people of that land overthrew them and enslaved them. And that's where we get the Proto-Israelites that eventually supposedly left in the Exodus and then migrated to Israel. Abraham himself was actually probably from Sumer. So this is, it would go Sumer to Shasu Yahweh to the Hyksos to the Proto-Israelites. Moses probably never existed.
They say no, but I think Moses did exist, but his name was I'm not gonna pronounce it right because I'm a little country,
It's
but it
fine,
was ATMO. You know what I'm saying? Because they changed the names.
Atmosis.
At most, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've studied this for 20 years.
Yeah, but that probably was his name, and he was a pharaoh or a priest. And I'm just saying, like, it's just a big, they just been pimping.
I would suggest checking out a book. It's called "Did Moses Really Exist? The Myth of the Israelite," or the Israelite Lawgiver. More than likely, Moses himself is an amalgamation of different people that they kind of all rolled into one. Very similar to the way in Rome, more than likely Romulus, the founder of Rome, never existed as a person. He is more likely, or if he did, he was more likely an amalgamation of a bunch of different people that they just said Romulus did it. The Exodus did not happen in the way archaeologically we can find no evidence whatsoever that the Exodus happened in the way it says it did in the Bible. And the reason for that is one of the major reasons is it says in the Bible that there were 600,000 men of fighting age that left Israel or left Egypt all at once. The problem with that is if you're just assuming men of fighting age is 600,000, their wives and children and men of old age would have probably tallied anywhere from 1.5 million to 3 million people who were running from 600 chariots. Let's ignore that fact. And then look at the entire population of Egypt at that time was probably around 1.5 million people. So the entire population of Egypt left Egypt. Yeah, that didn't happen that way.
So what do you, Bible scholar?
Yes, sir.
I was, I wrote that. I had to let me take my notes so I can remember the book you just said. You said it's called Why Moses Didn't Exist. What did you say it was called?
It's called Did Moses Really Exist? The Myth of the Israelite Lawgiver.
Okay, I'm about to take a note.
And it makes some very compelling arguments.
I got a question for you. Hold on.
It makes some very compelling arguments. Yes, sir.
Okay, so my question for you is this, because I saw this guy, he was live the other day, and he said, okay, it says, did Moses exist? The what lawgiver?
The Myth of the Israelite Lawgiver.
The Myth of the Israelite Lawgiver.
I believe that's the name of the book.
Okay. My question for you is this. I was watching this guy the other day. He said on his live stream that love proves that the Christian God existed. He brought up something about the Trinity, how God was 3 parts and he loved the other, some shit like that. I wish I would have either screen recorded it or wrote down what he said, but I'm like, I know it was bullshit, but I just couldn't I couldn't think of like what I could say to him. But I was watching his live, I'm like, that don't sound right to me. He said love proves his God because before he created everything, it was him, the Holy Spirit, and the Son, some shit like that. I can't.
So
I can't put these words together.
I kind of know what he's talking about, and I could be wrong because I didn't hear it and you don't remember it exactly. So I could be wrong on this, but the Trinity doctrine is an attempt to explain how Jesus could be both God and man. Right. Then the argument becomes, okay, if he is God, is he a lower tier God than God the Father, or is he of the same level as God the Father? This was also an attempt to explain why in Genesis 1, it says, let us create man in our image after our likeness. So if you jump over to John 1:1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was there in the beginning. All things were created through him. So this was an attempt to explain that. Right. How you have multiple gods, but you believe in monotheism.
Okay, but okay. If Jesus is the Son of Man, but in actuality, you are the Son of Man, and Black Atheist is the Son of Man because all us came out of coochies. Even Jesus came out of cootie cat. And it's just like what Zeus did. It's called a demigod.
Mm-hmm. And that was one of the big schisms.
But when you say you got dominion, that means you are a demigod over the planet. That's what I'm saying. It's like we just ain't, because Zeus and all the other gods was before this. Is it polytheism or monotheism? The one.
Yeah, you're correct. Monotheism is one God. Polytheism is multiple gods.
Okay, but that's why I'm saying, like, that's when they started writing the Bible, when it was like multiple gods. That's why they said, let us make man in our image. But that's when they start producing this new God, a new demigod that never said, let there be water.
Well, yeah, because again, The argument goes back to, was creation done out of what was already there, or was it ex nihilo, which is from nothing? So creation from nothing, or creation where you're modifying something. And the Genesis 1 account makes it very, very clear that he is creating things that are already there. He is taking and gathering the waters into one places and doing this. It's like a painter working on something as opposed to creating it from whole cloth. Does that make sense?
Well, I always thought that when he said, let us separate the waters from the waters, he was just naming the waters because this demigod never created the waters. And if you look at the waters today, they all have different names, like the Red Sea. So you got what else? You got the Atlantic Ocean. You got the Pacific Ocean. He was only, because I can't believe that this God is so strong when he never said, let there be water. So that never, because he never created water, because all it says is, and this is the start of Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then in chapter 1, verse 2, it says he hovered over water that he never created. So basically, I look at the Bible as the powers of the Mediterranean.
So I guess okay, I'm thinking of like what a Christian would say to you. Maybe they would say, well, maybe God created the water, but he didn't mention it in the book or something like that. What do you think about that?
That is usually how it goes.
That's what I'm thinking.
When it says
you smarter than that, y'all. I know y'all critically think better than that. I know y'all smarter than that. That you got.
I'm saying that's probably what a smart Christian would say. Well, he didn't
I'm
name
not talking to smart
everything.
Christians. I'm talking to smart men.
Yeah.
You got to get what I'm saying. I'm talking to two smart men right now. Y'all are smarter than that. This man, God never said, he said, everything he said, let there be light, let there be stars, let there be moon, or whatever. He said, let there be, but he never said, let there be water. So that's letting me know that this God that never created water. So
whoever made this up failed to put that in there.
God.
How did you? They were so illiterate they forgot to put one of the. I mean, Earth is mostly water. How did you forget to put that in there?
It's a little deeper than that, because what's actually going on is you have to understand that to them water was chaos, and this is going back to the Ugaritic texts. This is going back to religions that existed before them. So water was always considered to be there. I mean, they thought that water was above the firmament, which was the sky. He separated the waters above from the waters below with an expanse called sky. And above that was the water of heavens. And this is where the rain came from. This is where the flood came from.
Oh, yeah, that makes so much sense to me.
So they didn't realize that it was just empty space with stars and stuff in it. They thought that was water up there. It was blue, of course. It has to be water. And as you see at night, the water turns black. So at night, the water, it was black above them as well. They thought that was water. And again, this goes back to the Ugaritic texts where chaos was considered to be water. This is the kind of physical embodiment of chaos, which is why it says the earth was complete chaos and darkness covered the face of the deep. So yeah.
Okay, so that's why you telling me that I love men, but sometimes y'all get on my nerves. Y'all block water. Because it's like, even if you feel like water is chaos, that's why you block it and make us pay for it.
You know what's funny about it is I actually work at a water treatment plant.
Damn.
I'm literally sitting at a water treatment plant right now talking to you.
Oh my God.
But that's what I'm saying is like, because okay, I believe in my eye, and my eye says do not block water, but the water is blocked. It is so many dams in the world. It's like everybody loves God, but they block all his creations, all his architect.
So I guess I guess my comment would be, why did they call water chaos? I'm thinking of a reason. I just want to hear what reason you give.
So part of it goes back to Tiamat. This is in the Ugaritic ball cycle stories. Tiamat or Lotan. Tiamat was a god that Hadad Bal used to fight, and kind of the intercessor between them was the Leviathan. What's called the Leviathan in the Hebrew Bible was called Lotan in Ugarit. And this was kind of the embodiment of chaos. I mean, if you look at water, you look at the ocean, it seems like swirling chaos. So this was kind of where their idea of the personified chaos came from. Yeah, and you still see like references to these other gods in the Bible. If you go to Isaiah, hold on, I've got my Bible open right now. I'm looking for it. There's a lot of imagery that was completely stolen from the Ugaritic ball cycle stories. So Isaiah 27:1. On the day the Lord with his cruel and great and strong sword will punish Leviathan, the fleeing serpent, Leviathan, the twisting serpent, and he will unalive the dragon that is in the sea. This is almost completely word for word plagiarized of the Ugaritic story of Hadad Bal and Lotan. It's just been replaced with Yahweh and Leviathan.
Okay, Bible scholar, I want to just tell you something. I have watched Supernatural. And Supernatural has a lot of Leviathan in the show.
Oh yeah, what that I'm sure he does. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's good, but I just haven't had the chance to watch it.
It's very good. You should watch it. I love that show. But it's just like in the Leviathan was very like chaotic. Like they were from the purgatory and all that. It's just, I think that they knew like 4,000 years from now that mankind would be really stupid.
So we got the lowest. I don't know what it says. The lowest merch. Yeah. What's up?
I just be thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with this whole God thing, I wanted to ask the people who, you know, the people who be calling him Yah and Yahweh and stuff like that. It's crazy to me because it's somewhere in the Bible. Y'all can hear me good? It's somewhere in the Bible, right? You know, you got a bunch of people in Africa that's Bantu, right? And literally, these people could pick up the Dead Sea Scrolls and read them in their language. You know what I'm saying? People speak Kosa and Kikongo. But I noticed over here in this Bible over here in America, I think it's in Matthew somewhere, it says Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, right? And they say it mean my. What's up?
It's Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani, and it's Aramaic.
Okay. Right. But do you know what that means?
Yes, it's my God, why have you forsaken me?
But you see, that's crazy because when you read that over here, they say it mean my God, why hast thou forsaken me? But if you go to somebody that actually speak Bantu, which they got a dude on here right now, and a couple of them on YouTube. But when you ask these people what that means, it means this is for the Sabbath keepers. And those are Bantu words. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Those are actual Bantu words. You see what I'm saying? So what happened from when they translated it over? Why would they not bring that part of what it actually means?
I've actually never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go look it up and I'll show y'all the dude page. I'll go find it and I'll just come back.
Yeah, no. You don't have to leave. I was just like, I've never heard of it. I mean, there's a lot of things I've never heard.
We believe you because we really, everybody has, history is a jigsaw puzzle and we have to put it together. So I believe you. If that's what you say it says, that's what it says.
Some more words that they say. You ever heard people say you ever heard somebody say kumbaya? when they be like kumbaya, my lord, those are actual Bantu words too. And it means from me they were scattered, from me they were dispersed, and to me they will return. Kumbaya. These are Bantu languages. You got people in Africa right now, they actually Bantu and they speak the Bantu languages. And these people could pick up the Dead Sea Scrolls and read them word for word and tell you the actual meaning of what these words actually mean. So over here, you would read, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? But if you ask the people who speak Bantu, what the man said when he was on the cross, he said, this is for the Sabbath keepers. Like word for word.
It can also in Bangkor mean, my God, prepare our Sabbath.
Okay, biblical scholar, I got one question.
Mm-hmm.
What year, timeline matters. And people don't understand that, you know what I'm saying, we got to put the timelines in it. What timeline did the Bible that we read today, the Muslim, the Christianity, and Judaism come prominent?
Are you talking about the complete Bible, the Torah, the Tanakh?
The Talmud. Don't forget the Talmud.
Is it Talmud?
The Talmud is
I said it wrong.
No, it's fine. The Talmud is not Holy Scripture. The Talmud is exposition and commentary on Torah and Tanakh.
What year?
It would have been the Torah was first written down probably around 1500 BCE. The earliest attestations we have of it that currently exist are the Dead Sea Scrolls. Those were probably from about the 3rd century BCE. The New Testament would have been written sometime in the 1st century CE. And then it wasn't until like the 1400s that it began being translated into it was the Textus Receptus, and then all the other English Bibles came after that. So culminating sometime around the 1600s, I think it was 1611 when the KJV was first released.
Okay, so you telling me all this happened after Spartacus, after Julius Caesar got unalived by and basically when they learned that we needed to be controlled, because we live in a country, right? I live in America, and this country has on a dollar bill an Egyptian pyramid and an eagle. When the Romans were ruling, I just really don't think Rome ever fell. They just revamped their rule and used religion to rule everybody.
Oh, 100%. We are definitely the Second Roman Empire. There's no two ways about that. We are the Second Roman Republic. And if you look at the timeline,
I think I love you. I think I love you. I just instantly started loving you.
I don't blame you. I'm a very lovable guy. And I appreciate that. But no, if you look on the timeline of Rome, actually, we're probably somewhere around, we're on a very, very accelerated Roman Republic timeline. We're probably somewhere around the reign of the Gracchi brothers into Marius and Sulla, somewhere in that. So we're about maybe 100 years until Caesar.
See, only thing I'd be looking at is that, okay, Jesus Christ got unalived like maybe 70 years after Julius Caesar got unalived.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, they got the same initials. Julius Caesar's, Jesus Christ.
Well, his name was actually Gaius of the Julii, called Caesar. So it would have been like Gamma, Iota, Kappa, I think.
But I mean, in actuality, when they was writing his name, J didn't exist.
Yeah, so it would have been Iesu. But actually, his name in Jesus's name would have started with a Y because it was actually Yashu or Yeshu, depending on the pronunciation of the Aramaic in Southern Galilee at that time. So it would have been Yashu or Yeshu.
So think about what I'm saying, that Okay, Julius Caesar got unalived at least 70 years before Jesus Christ got unalived.
It was about 30, but yeah.
Okay, so and it's like Julius Caesar was for the people, and then 30 years, 30 years later, they gave you Jesus Christ. So now it's like every time somebody is for the people and they get unalive, the people would be okay with it and not do anything about it because hey, it's okay because Jesus Christ got unalive.
Oh, unalived. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yes, you're absolutely right. About 70 years. I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you said.
So it's like so it was Julius Caesar first. So and it's like they gave you like a template to be okay because the Bible is a download. Like if you start downloading people, children from the time of their birth with this Bible, they will be okay with every time somebody is for the people that they get unalive. Oh, that's okay. Because every time somebody that's for the people, they die. They get unalive. They get unalive. And we as the people are okay with it because Jesus got unalived and he was for the people. He was down there with the prostitutes and the, you know what I'm saying? And the poor people.
In fairness, Julius Caesar was not for the people. Let me make that perfectly clear. Julius Caesar was out for one person and one person only, and that was Julius Caesar. Now, he had a very populous platform, kind of like someone else we know who's under indictment right now, had a very populous platform, but was not part of that populace. He was a patrician, 100% old world patrician, but he made them believe that he was part of them. So very similar circumstances.
Okay.
But, yes?
This is what I say about, the person that's unindicted now, that he gonna keep putting money out there into the public so the people in the public can keep bringing him money back. The same way with Julius Caesar. Like he got to help the people so the people can help him.
Well, you look at Julius Caesar after he unalived, after he was, unalived, he actually was deified. He became a deity in the Roman pantheon, much like Augustus did after him and most of the Caesars.
What about Nero?
I don't believe Nero was actually deified by the Senate. If I'm not mistaken, there were a couple of emperors that didn't. But usually that was kind of a matter of course, is that you would just deify the emperor after they unalived. But Julius Caesar was definitely deified. I know Augustus was as well.
So we got this new person that just joined. I don't know, Landon.
Oh, he
Land. Damn.
They live. What you did?
I didn't do nothing. I was trying to read his name. That person probably come back. I don't know. But so okay, we got a genius on this joint. So Bible scholar.
He is a genius, baby. He know more about the Bible than I do.
Y'all way too kind, and it's because I am a nerd about this. I was a Christian. I was born again evangelical fundamentalist at 19 years old. I went to school for it and lost my faith, but I still love it. So I've been studying it for going on 21 years now, and I'm currently formalizing my education in it.
So I guess I'm curious. Okay, so do you think that Jesus actually existed?
Yes, 100%. I have no reason to doubt that he did.
Okay,
and the person. Now let me qualify this: the itinerant, apocalyptic, messianic preacher who was executed by the Roman state, named Yahshua Yeshu. Yes, I 100% believe that this man existed. Now, what was said about him afterwards, No, I have very, very serious doubts about that. But the person, yeah, there's more evidence for Jesus existing than 99.99999% of all people that have ever lived.
Okay, that's cool. So, what I'm curious, like you say you went to school for this. What do the Christians that knew you then say to you now?
Oh, we actually still have really good talks about it. There are things that obviously when I first started, it changed my faith and I struggled against it. And I took apologetics and I read every apologetic book I could get my hands on trying to hold on to my faith. But really, the knowledge in the Bible isn't what the Bible actually says and the contradictions and all that didn't actually cause me to lose my faith. And thank you, librarian. That's very sweet of you. That's not actually what caused me to lose my faith. My loss of faith came from the idea of suffering. If God is all good and all powerful, why does he allow so much suffering in the world? That was really the problem that I couldn't get over. And unfortunately, the Bible has very poor answers for that. But yeah, we still have very good discussions about it. I learn just as much from them as they do. Now we come to a completely different conclusion about the Bible, but that doesn't mean that either of us are, angry at each other over it.
So they don't care about the suffering as much as you do, is what you're telling me?
No, they're able to rationalize it with what they read in the Bible.
And they rationalize it by what they read in the Bible.
Yes.
So these people that you went to school with, do they not like? So the information that you have, you've told them these things too, showing them and breaking down how this stuff doesn't really make sense or line up. You said this stuff to them.
So here's the thing. When it comes to pastors and preachers and ministers, if they have gone to a legitimate seminary, they know everything that I am saying. Absolutely nothing I am saying to you, they would be able to repeat to you as well. However, because they are a pastor or preacher, they are not going to bring these things up in the pulpit. But they are very well aware of them, that there are contradictions in the Bible, there are mistranslations, but that's not what they're trying to accomplish.
Because they pimps.
I'm not going to go that far, but there are definitely some that use the scriptures for their own devices. But I'm not going to call every pastor or every minister out there an evil person. I didn't say they was evil. I know what you mean.
Okay, Bible scholar, would you the people that know this information that you're telling me, would you call them dishonest? What would you call them? Because they know it.
It's not that they're dishonest. They don't look. Okay, they go to school for theology, but theology, okay. I have talked to people that went to school for theology, and I know more about the Bible than the people that have went to school for theology. It's just because they don't.
Are you saying they don't? But I'm saying if they understand what biblical scholar is saying, and they can say this stuff to us verbatim the same way you're talking to me right now, and the stuff you know about the Bible, if they know this stuff, but they still, I guess, okay. My question is, how do you know this information and then you still hold on to this stuff as 100% true? That's crazy to me.
So it's a mindset of belief. Now, a lot of them will say, yes, the Bible is not inerrant or univocal, which is without error or speaking with one voice. They will acknowledge that, but still be able to have faith in it, that it is telling the things that are in contradiction aren't necessarily that big of a deal, which in reality, usually they're not. The errors that are in the different manuscripts usually don't make that much of a difference. There are some major ones, but so if you look at like the different manuscripts we have of the four Gospels, the Greek manuscripts, I think someone identified over 600,000 differences between them. But we're talking spelling differences. We're talking punctuation or a comma that should be there that isn't, or a misspelled word or something like that. There's very few doctrinal changes. There are
Man,
some major ones, but they aren't that prevalent. And so you have apologetics, which is the entire study of fixing and rectifying these contradictions and things.
That's why it's called apologetics, right?
Well, it's called apologetics, but yeah, what it's trying to do is it's not the same terminology as apologizing for, but that's what it's supposed to do, is say, okay, yes, this is a contradiction, but if you look at it this way, it's not a contradiction.
Right. So they're rationalizing it, is what you're telling me.
Yes, in a lot of ways. And so if you look at the issue of suffering, the Bible presents three different versions of human suffering and why it happens. The first is in Job, because in the Job idea of suffering is because God said so, deal with it. You also have you are being punished by God for transgressions, which is most of the Torah. And then you have the New Testament version of suffering, which is we suffer because the Satan or devil is in control of this world and wants to make it bad for you. It's not God causing you to suffer; it's Satan or the devil or his minions causing you to suffer. And one of those three will usually be enough for somebody.
Could any of those be enough for you? Probably not.
No, the idea that God would punish us, would unalive a child and torture that child for 7 days because of the sins of the father and mother. No, I have a hard time rationalizing that. I have a hard time rationalizing a God who would allow every 4.6 seconds a child to unalive due to starvation. I have a really hard time rationalizing that with an omnibenevolent God.
Like this right here, as I'm snapping my fingers, people are dying. Kids are dying of starvation.
Every 4.6 seconds.
4.6 seconds?
A child unalives due to starvation. In the time it takes you to say thank you, to say the blessing over your food, 5 children in the world have unalived. Due to starvation.
I just have one thing to say about religion, Judaism, Muslim, and Christianity. The only people that have ever suffered from this is women and children. We are casualties of war all the time.
Agreed. 100%. I agree with you. In fact, in the Old Testament, women didn't have full agency. In the Old Testament, y'all were property. First of the father and then of the husband. Yes.
So you understand why I don't like it?
Oh, I 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Slavery is 100% endorsed by the Bible. It's not only condoned, it's endorsed, and there is not one passage in the entire Bible that argues against slavery. Not one passage from God or from any person in this Bible says slavery is wrong or bad.
Damn.
And I mean, in fact, a lot of people say, oh, well, we're under a new covenant and that was Old Testament, blah, blah, blah. No, it's reinforced in the New Testament as well. Slaves obey your masters.
That's I don't.
Bible scholar, I got one question.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Did men really get punished for eating the forbidden fruit?
That is a very deep philosophical and question about it. So to start with, the punishment was supposed to be unalivement, but that didn't happen.
Where did it say that at?
It said that if you eat from this fruit, you will surely unalive.
Yeah.
Okay, but at the end, I'm finna say this. If you eat from this fruit, right, and you surely will die, why would you be upset because you're gonna die and go back to God? Because they didn't understand what is dying at that time. You kind of get what I'm saying? Because they would never explain that you die, and then everybody keeps saying it's a spiritual death. whatever. I'm not talking about no spiritual death.
Well,
It said that you would die if you eat this fruit, but Adam was alive for 930 years. Okay.
the
And
issue with
then,
that,
okay, in the Bible, it says in Genesis 2, chapter 2:15, it says that Adam was here to till and keep the land. And then the punishment
Wait,
for
wait,
Adam
wait. Hood.
was to till the
Hold on,
land even harder.
sissy. Hold on. Sissy,
Hold on.
Wait. Who the hell is snoring?
My man.
I was
I'm
wondering the
sorry.
same thing.
He's asleep.
Damn,
Might be son of
Hood.
Enoch.
Hold on. You my girl. This Shaka, but god damn, he's snoring. Hood, like, come on now. Goodness
Put him to sleep,
gracious.
baby. I'm
You
good
was-
at it.
I
I'm
know,
good at
I know,
it.
Hood. I know. Oh, come on, Hood.
Oh my
I don't need
God.
that visual. I'm just saying.
I thought I was hearing something at first.
No,
But
I
then
knew she
somebody
at first.
that
I'm
was
trying
like,
to figure
That's
out who
my
it was,
man.
and then I'm like, because I'm
somebody
trying to
in the
let
chat
her
was
cook.
like, "There's something
When she
snoring."
cook, I leave her alone. Yeah, this is my boy, Sue, and I seen Hood Librarian up here, so I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck? But okay, go ahead, finish.
Okay, after she finished, I want to give the son of encouragement a chance to talk, and then I want to give Kiyoki Munashi you do
cool.
they don't yeah. So go ahead, THL, the Hood Librarian. I don't want to keep saying that. That's a long ass name. You need to. I need an acronym.
Just say the hood. Just say the hood.
The Hood. Yeah, go ahead, Hood.
I forgot what I was saying. Shock messed me up.
Okay, son of
So
encouragement.
his question in reference to being unalive, men being unalive. I think that's what
Oh yeah, but okay. In Genesis, it said that okay, Adam was put down on earth to till the land, but then his punishment was to till the land even harder. So how is that a punishment? Only people that got punished was the women.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Punishment, the earth would then bear thorns and briars, so he wouldn't get what the world is supposed to produce. When he went against the instruction of God, God knew that he would.
Yeah, that's one of those things that says both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you.
Right. So it's not
But
that.
how do you know
that
that God knew that he would, son of Inker? How do you know that God knew that he would? How do you know that?
If he didn't know, then he's not God.
No. I said, how do you know that God that he would?
He didn't. Who is God? God is omniscient, all powerful, all knowing.
That's not biblically supported.
Try this one more time. I'm gonna try this one more time. How do you know that God knew that he would? That's the question I'm asking you.
How do I know? Because I know God.
When you meet him, I want to meet him. When you meet him,
okay. The thing is, this is the thing. There's everybody that has no excuse of not knowing whether God is or not. That's what the word says. That's what I believe. I believe everybody has evidence that God exists. Scientifically, nothing cannot come from nothing. Name one thing that comes from nothing. So if we have intelligence, if we have things that produce after its own kind, if you have intelligence, if you have this living body, you can't tell me that it just came from nowhere. There has to be an intelligent being. There has to be a being that is able to produce power.
And you call that God?
I believe we all know who God is, because if we don't have connection with God.
God is a concept. When did God walk the earth? When did God do? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Somebody's turning pages hard as fuck, though. God.
Oh, sorry. That's me. I'm going through the Bible right now.
My bad. I hear you turning every page.
Sorry about that.
Son of encouragement. I guess the difference between us would be, you know, that the thing that created all this stuff. I just say that's the thing that created all this stuff, and you call that God.
Yeah,
right.
that's what God is. Because if he created all things, then he is an authority over all things.
Son of encouragement, just so you know that I'm gonna I don't want you to think me interrupting you as in being rude, but when it comes to scholarship, like we sharing it with two of my brothers that actually are really good at this topic as well.
Okay.
Susan and Mo is coming, so be prepared. But I'm asking you, the reason why I interrupt you, because you'll say certain things that you need to prove. You got to come with some source. You keep saying he is a patriarchal viewpoint. How did God become a he? Because God could also, hear my words, be a she. What gave you the indication or the confirmation that God is a he?
Because he stands for the primary authority. When you look at a family unit, who is the primary authority?
Depends on what your background is. It's either you either come from a patriarchal system or a matrilineal system.
Who gets down on one knee and asks the woman to marry them? I'm just saying.
I don't know if you've been living in this world today, but there are women that get down on the knee and ask other women to marry them. So that's not something that you could exactly. And I was going to say that too. There are women that ask men to marry them. So you're basing your concepts off of a concept. God is a concept. You understand what I'm saying?
So you don't believe that God is an actual being?
Hell no. I believe a creator created us, but God is a concept.
Who is the creator?
Why are you saying who is the creator though? That's the
if it's a being and they created something, that means they have intelligence. That means they have desire. That means they have knowledge. That means they're a person. Not a human being. They are a person. They have a personality.
In ancient Africa, we acknowledge the unseen force in the universe. The God concept come from them people we call YT. The God concept, for the most part, is the word dog spelled backwards, because the God concept comes from YT individuals hijacking a spiritual system that comes from an African tradition, an African spiritual system. That's first and foremost. And the last part, if you do the history and go back, the God concept was derived from Europeans worshiping. They use dogs that in front of their homes, in front of their houses, and they also hijacked that from something
stuff like that. They worship the animals. The matter of fact,
the Egyptian is not the first. The Egyptians are not the first people.
The
Egyptians are not the first people, my brother.
You got to realize that the world got destroyed because God's children came down here and had sex with women because they was beautiful. It's not my fault that I'm pretty. And you know what I'm saying? And these angels themselves look at me, and then we produce giants, and then he destroyed the world. How is that my fault?
Who said it was your fault?
Got a point.
Who said it was your fault?
No, but okay, that's what I'm saying is, if you read the Bible, the children of God came down here, had sex with the children of men, women, and then God destroyed the world. How is it my fault that I'm pretty?
God destroyed the world. It says because their thoughts were evil.
Baby, you ain't read the Bible.
No. Listen, I'm telling you. Listen. Before I get interrupted, it says he destroyed them because their thoughts were evil continually.
Okay. I mean, so that's like thought crime. Basically.
Yeah. So understand your thoughts, you will do what you're thinking.
History is a thought crime.
Not most people don't do everything they're thinking though. Like I get punished for what I think. You gonna destroy the world over what I'm thinking. Sometimes I want to slap people. That don't mean I'm gonna do it.
Hey son,
that you will do it, but
slap people
because I feel like it.
If it's your intention, that means that you have a consciousness. That means that you're gonna go against your thoughts. But if your thoughts are evil continually, you're gonna end up producing that evil continually.
Hey, son, can I ask you a quick question? You said that YT people brought the worship of dogs to God or something along those lines. Can you tell me what this is, or whoever said that?
Fitness.
Oh, I'm sorry, fitness.
Are you talking to me?
Can you tell me who that is?
Wait, I wasn't listening to you, bro. I was tagging my boy to come up. But what did you say?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You said something about YT men bringing God, dogs, something.
Yeah, that's Egyptian.
No, you didn't hear me say something. You didn't hear me say something. You heard me say that YT men would put dogs in front of their dwellings, in front of their homes. That's what they would do, and that's where they got the God concept. You have to go deeper. You showing me a figurine is doing what? Is this disproving something?
No, he's saying. You showing me a source? You said YT people, but that's an Egyptian thing.
Yeah, I just said it again. You said it's an Egyptian thing. Wait. You derive your this figurine of a jackal from Egyptians in what way? Because if you go in the temples of Teti and the temples of Unis, you'll see this same jackal, and that jackal's head on the human body is weighing the feather against judgment. Yep. Is that what you're trying to get to?
Yes. So
okay, because I can Google all day.
I'm sorry. I'm missing the point where somehow God spelled backward is dog.
I know it's hard to understand, but this has come from.
What it is, dogs. I mean, God spelled backwards is dog. So
I know it's hard to understand, but this is if you read the works of Herodotus and the works of also Plato, you'll get this information in there as well. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
how does Platonic dualism translate to God dog?
Again, I know that's hard to swallow, but my scholarship, when it comes to this topic, don't come out of that book. It come out of actually going to Africa and seeing the start of this. And also, if you want to go to books, I would suggest you get the Book of the Dead, that coming forth by day and by night. That's an excellent source, a little bit better than Google.
So I want to give Kiyoki, Munishi, whatever. You got something to say? Because I know you've been waiting to say something.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of things said tonight.
What does your name mean?
Kiyoki Munashi Udoku means radiant light and a void of darkness.
Okay, man. So what you got to say?
I mean, the dude said that the Bible doesn't say anything against slavery. That's not true. And then
point me to the verse.
Hold on, wait.
Point me to the verse.
It's almost February, and you about to use please don't do this.
Biblical scholar, I love you, but don't do that. You know that Bible say slavery.
Don't do this.
No, it's not me arguing against it. No, please point me to that verse, Kiyoki. Show me the verse that says slavery is wrong.
I mean, so here's your thing.
Is it Colossians 3:22-23?
What
about 1 Timothy 6:1-2? What about 1 Peter 2:18? What about Ephesians 6:5?
Wait a minute, hold on.
What about Corinthians 7:21-22? How about Titus 2:9-10? All of these New Testament verses freaking continue to codify slavery and say that it's okay. Show me the one verse in the Bible that says slavery is wrong.
I'm gonna go so what's your premises for slavery?
That it's wrong.
No, I mean, like,
owning another human being is wrong.
Okay.
As property is wrong.
Do you work?
Do you agree with that?
Do you work?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, man.
Are you serious? Are you seriously going to try to put debt bondage and chattel slavery in the same context?
Wait, you think that God was telling the Hebrews to do chattel slavery?
Yes, 100%.
Why do you think that?
Bible scholar,
because that's what the Bible says.
Hey,
It says
biblical
chattel
scholar, are you
slave.
asking him are there verses that talks down about slavery, or are you asking him to prove that there are verses that do talk about slavery? I'm confused.
No, show me one verse in the Bible that says slavery is wrong. One verse.
Oh,
That's all
okay,
I
got
ask.
you.
One verse.
Oh, I
Show
got
me
you.
one
I'm gonna let
verse in
him
the whole
finish though.
Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, but I'm gonna let him finish.
One verse that say slavery is wrong. That's why I'm asking you, like, what are your premises for slavery? Because if you're going to sit and compare what happened in America to what the
When
Hebrews
a
were
slave
instructed to
owner
do, there's two different
strikes,
things.
when a slave owner strikes a male or female slave with a rod, and the slave owner the slave unalives immediately, the owner shall be punished. But if the slave survives a day or two, comma, that also means that they can unalive after that day or two. As long as they survive for a day or two, there is no punishment, for the slave is the owner's property.
And
Now,
so,
hold on. Let's go back a little farther in Exodus, where it says, "When you buy a male Hebrew slave, he shall serve 6 years, but in the seventh he shall go out a free person without debt." This is Hebrew debt bondage. Now, for everyone else outside of Israel, there is a different thing. So let's go down to that. Blah 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 blah. He shall serve for life. When a male sells his daughter, blah 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 blah. Paint. Where's the one where it's talking about? So here's how you can turn a debt bondage slave into a permanent chattel slave, by giving him a wife. There's also the part where it says you cannot.
wait, let me ask you this: could chattel slaves go free?
No.
Okay, the indentured servants in the Bible could go free.
Yes.
So that's not chattel slavery.
No. There's two different types of slavery talked about. There is a slavery, which is debt bondage for Hebrews. For everyone else, it was chattel slavery.
Okay, define chattel slavery.
Chattel slavery being owned as property, as
That's not
chattel.
That's not what chattel slavery is.
Hey, what is?
Hey, I really want to say something. This guy sound like he prejudiced because he picked the people.
Who, me?
What is chattel?
I
What is
said
chattel
God
slavery?
sound
Chattel
like he's
slavery is a
prejudiced.
system which allows
No,
people
not
considered
you, not
legal
you, not you.
property to
Biblical,
be bought.
biblical. I know you know.
Oh,
I
okay.
know you know.
Sorry, my bad.
So, what is chattel slavery?
Chattel slavery is taking somebody from their land, forcing them to do work. You don't pay them. You pretty much abuse them, and they can't go free if they want to.
Okay. Do you realize that the Greeks said that they would stop making each other slaves way before the Bible was even invented? So you
Got a question.
That's why the Bible was invented, so they can understand, hey, the only people we're gonna make slaves is the people that is outside our land.
Yeah, I got a question. Is it objectively wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
You're saying it's objectively wrong?
You
That
talking to
slavery
me?
is wrong? Yes.
No, I'm saying, is it objectively wrong?
Yes.
Oh my God, he got the same
okay,
talking points as that one guy.
Okay, where do you get your objective morality from?
Not from the Bible.
Bro.
Not from the Bible.
Can you?
Oh,
Can you please
Hold
not
on,
use that
I'm
talking
actually
point?
I'm gonna respond to him.
Like,
I'm just getting my verses together.
no, but before you respond, okay, get your questions together. But factors for God, like, please come with your own talking points. Don't hijack that one dude's talking points. That young brother to be yelling on the microphone. Like, please, use your own talking point. No, I know you just got here, but you coming. Yeah, you just got here, but yeah, like TikTok is small, brother.
With the twist things, right?
Yeah, with the headphones. Don't use his talking points. Use your own.
I don't know who he is. That man saying love proves God exists. I'm just like,
is it objectively wrong?
Same talking points you using, brother. To objectively and not, come on, man, don't do that.
Well, but there are people. Look at these people on here trying to defend the Bible and justify the slavery that's in there.
So Leviticus 25. Here, I'm gonna show the difference. No, by all means, please don't apologize. You're the host. I just want to show you the difference between debt bondage and slavery, chattel slavery, which chattel slavery is 100% owning other people as property. So, as for the male and female slaves whom you have, it is from the nations around you that you may acquire male and female slaves. You may also acquire from among the aliens residing with you and from their families who are with you who have been born in your land. They may be your property. You may keep them as a possession for your children after you, for them to inherit as property. New sentence. These you may treat as slaves, but for your fellow Israelites, no one shall rule over the other with harshness. They are clearly in Leviticus separating chattel slavery and debt bondage.
All right, so hold
100%.
on. Let me read Leviticus 19:34. It says, "But the strangers that dwell with you shall be unto you as
Oh,
one
Lord,
born
here we go.
among you." Let me finish. "But the strangers that dwell with you shall be unto you as one born among you, and thou shalt love him as thyself. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God." So with this verse right here, these strangers that you're talking about, they couldn't be mistreated. They couldn't be treated differently than the Hebrews that already existed.
You
Because
realize
before
that's
you had
talking
somebody that
about
was
free
born.
people, right? Merchants, people traveling in the country, merchants who lived in the country, people who had businesses in the country.
No, you
And
can
to
read
sit
it.
here
Read
and
it
say,
over.
and to sit there and say that 19 completely contradicts, one, you're saying there's a contradiction in the Bible. Two, you're saying that 19 completely contradicts 22. That's what you're
No,
trying to say.
no. You just misinterpreting it wrong.
How am I misinterpreting? These you may treat as slaves, but as for your fellow Israelites, no one shall rule over the other with harshness. Please explain how this clearly thing that separates Hebrew slaves or Hebrew debt bondage from everyone else chattel slavery is not saying that.
Because you think it's chattel slavery and it's not.
Okay,
I
what is
said
chattel
that's the first
slavery?
problem.
What are the qualifications to be chattel?
You can't go free. If you get hit and beat and abused, you can't go free.
You may acquire them from the aliens who are residing among you, who have been born in your land. They may be your property. You may keep them as a possession for your children after you, for them to inherit as property.
So let me ask you this. Right? So wait, hold on.
Jubilee law, the seventh year law, only applies to Hebrew debt bondage.
Yeah. Do you know
Now,
why?
here's the problem.
Okay.
That law is taken from the Hammurabi Code and is actually more severe than the Hammurabi Code, because in the Code of Hammurabi that came before it, it was only 3 years of servitude, not 6.
Okay, I'm just asking, are you okay with slavery?
That's what I'm trying to see.
I'm trying to figure this out because
I'm not okay.
understanding.
I'm
Are
not
you
okay with chattel
slavery?
slavery, but the indentured servitude that he's talking about in the Old Testament, most of the time these people sold their souls because they were poor and they
You're
couldn't
not
eat.
paying attention because he's breaking down to you how the Bible talks about indentured servitude, and it also talks about chattel slavery. He didn't say indentured servitude is not in the Bible, but you can't gloss over the fact that chattel slavery is basically in there too.
But
when it says you can be passed down as property to your, how you gonna go free if you're passed down from
So let
generation?
me explain. Let me explain that. So if you become a butler, right? Let's say for example, right, you're a butler of a family, and we can just use like Batman for example, right? What's his name? Alfred. Right? When Bruce Wayne's family died, Alfred was bequeathed to who? Bruce Wayne. Isn't he?
He was not bequeathed. He was paid. He was a butler.
He was
not bequeathed.
Batman's butler.
He was not property to be bequeathed from. If he wanted to quit the day that they unalived, he could leave.
Wait, so you don't think the Hebrews, the servants, could leave if they wanted to?
You are making an equivocation that doesn't exist. You are talking about a contract for 6 years of labor versus someone being a butler. They are not equal.
Yo, the people
you were talking about 3 different things right now. Now you have brought in employment, debt bondage, and chattel slavery.
You think it's chattel slavery and it's not. I'm trying to get you to see that it's not.
When a slave owner strikes a male or female slave with a rod and the slave dies immediately, the owner shall be punished. But if the slave survives a day or two, there is no punishment, for the slave is the owner's property.
Okay, let me
How
find
is
out.
that not chattel slavery?
Because it says that if the slave is abused in any type of way, they can go free. And it
Yes,
also hold on.
Biblical, you might want to tell him the source.
Hold on, it also
tell him the
says,
page again, Biblical. Maybe he should read it again.
It
Tell him
also
the page.
says,
Maybe he can
it
read
also
it.
says that when a slave wants to be free, you have to give them housing, you have to give them clothes, and you can't return them back to their old master. You got to protect them.
Yes,
That's not chattel
if they
slavery.
came from an alien land and escaped from that, yes, it's more than happy to have the enemies of your neighbor living in your country. Of course, they were surrounded by enemies.
No, they weren't.
This is the same thing. Are you for real right now? Like, are you actually a real person or a cartoon character?
Well, he brought up Batman. He might be a villain, you know.
No, I got to speak in ways y'all can understand.
You obviously don't understand it either.
Okay. So you said Exodus.
Okay, so here, let's read the definition of chattel slavery since you don't understand it. The enslaving or owning of human beings and their offspring as property, able to be bought, sold, and forced to work without wages, as distinguished from other systems of forced, unpaid, or low-wage labor, also considered to be slavery.
Okay, so like I said, the Hebrew indentured servitude, right? These people would sell themselves because they couldn't eat. So they would come up to you. This is how it would go. Hey, man, look, I ain't got no money. Can I work with you for the next 3 to 4 years?
You're describing debt bondage, and it's not 3 or 4 years, it's 6. No matter what the debt was, it was 6 years.
Whatever.
No, it's not whatever. It's you were trying to gloss over things and then make these claims without even knowing what your claims are. You're saying this isn't chattel slavery. Yes, it is. I just gave you the definition, and the definition fits every single thing that I have brought you.
Okay,
and you have yet to provide me one verse that says
so
slavery is wrong in the Bible. One verse.
You're equivocating. You're equivocating.
One verse.
God literally said, "Let my people go. Let my people go."
Yes,
that's what God says.
The Israelites
let
to
my
the
people
Egyptians.
go.
And then after that, he said, enslave everyone around you.
Oh,
whoever you want. You can slave
you
whoever.
may buy people.
Hold on, let's go to Colossians, because I know the argument, it's not the same in the Old Testament as it is in the New. Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything,
focus on what I'm
not
saying.
with a slavery performed merely for looks to please people, but wholeheartedly fearing the Lord. Whatever task you must do, work as if your soul depends on it, as for the Lord and not for humans.
Yeah, we're not in the New Testament. So it says, if a man smite the eye of his servant.
Well, you were wrong in the Old Testament, so I figured I'd help you out in the New.
I don't need your help. If a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. So here we see that people are going free. If he smite out his maidservant's tooth, even if a tooth come out, that person can go free. So you said that in cattle slavery, if somebody get beat, there is no freedom.
Not cattle, brother. Not cattle. Chattel, brother. Chattel.
Chattel. You saying in chattel slavery you can get beaten, you couldn't be free. But right here we see that if you smite out that tooth or if you even damage that eye, they can go free. So
yes, again, a Hebrew debt bondage servant.
No, because if you go to Leviticus,
all right, Kiaki, we hold on, brother. Let's we gonna get your sources together and come back in a little bit. We're gonna let my brother X at the top roll, and then we're gonna go with facts of God to come back. Hopefully, he come back with his own talking points. But go ahead, brother X.
You need a break because that's
for God. Where those 500 witnesses is at.
What was that?
What did he say?
Those 500 witnesses.
What do you mean?
Did you get the names?
What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
What?
The 500 witnesses that were supposed to have seen Jesus' resurrection, bro. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Do I have the names?
Who is
Yeah.
talking right now? Is that Brother X?
Yeah, that's Brother X.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Why are you
You
talking
seen
like
in the
that?
Old Testament.
Okay,
Why are you talking like that?
you say do I have the names?
Yes. You got those 500 witnesses' names.
No, I don't got the names.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I don't got the
Yo,
names.
y'all are beautiful, man.
And I thought you had it, Sway.
Yeah, I don't
Y'all
got
are
it.
beautiful.
Do you still practice your customs?
What's my customs?
When you greet another Hebrew Israelite,
What's
like
that?
the top dog,
Okay.
do you got kiss?
What the? This
All right,
this boy
hey,
acting shiesty right here. What kind of question is that?
yeah, man.
Come on,
I'm
brother.
zesty for the.
Come on,
I'm
brother.
zesty
Oh,
for
so you don't practice your oral, your customs, and your traditions. I got it, bro.
oral.
You want to know who I kiss? You want to know who I kiss now?
Is it not customary for Hebrew Israelite men to greet other Hebrew Israelite men with a kiss?
You want to think about me kissing other men or what?
That's your tradition?
Why you asking about me kissing other men?
It's your tradition. So I'm asking, do you practice your tradition?
So you came up here to ask me about kissing other men?
No, I came up here to ask you about those 500 witnesses because you never got back to me.
But then you went into me kissing men though, like
Yeah. So are you still a Hebrew?
Like what?
Are you still
here to ask me about kissing?
Are you still a Hebrew Israelite?
Are you gonna answer his question? You gonna laugh about what he's saying? You gonna answer his question? You're a Hebrew Israelite, right?
He came up here to ask me.
I know,
about
but
kissing
are
men.
you a Hebrew Israelite? Are you a Hebrew Israelite? Plain and simple.
So if
The
he
question
does
is, are you
this,
a Hebrew Israelite?
I'm a Christian.
it's okay. He does this because he don't want to answer.
I'm gonna drop him if he stand. I'm gonna drop if you keep dancing, bro. Like
I said
answer
I'm a
the
Christian.
question.
I'm a Christian.
Oh my God.
But let's don't ask about me kissing people though. That's weird.
All right. So you don't practice your customary traditions. We got it. So you really not a Hebrew Israelite. You just faking the phone.
Yeah. What's your point? What's your point, brother X?
That's my point. You're just a fake Hebrew Israelite.
So you came up here to ask about me kissing. You want to leave now?
Why I gotta leave?
No, I'm saying you want to leave after asking about me kissing. Like you just.
Why I gotta leave though?
That's what you came up here for, though. Come on,
Bro.
bro.
I told you why I came up here.
You got to do better.
I came up here for those 500 witnesses that you were supposed to have gave me last year, and you never gave me them.
And to ask about me kissing too, huh? You got to do
You
better.
Do you make promises? How you make your promises as a Hebrew Israelite?
Brother X. You got to do a little better, buddy. A little better.
Oh, you already know
the witnesses or not?
Oh, you can't. You already know you can't talk with me, bro. You know this. I done debunked you so many times. You got mad, cussed me out, and ran, and you never gave me those 500 witnesses. But if you like, when I start my live tomorrow, if you want to come over there, I can make you look like a fool. You want to do that, facts for God?
If you don't ask,
because I've been doing it since I've been on this app.
Yeah, if you don't ask about me kissing other men, we can do that.
Oh, you're right. I'm just gonna bring up your customary practices and traditions as a Hebrew Israelite, and then I'm gonna expose your religion,
brother.
Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow at 3:00.
For what, nigga? What? For what?
So I can expose you.
See me for after
So
asking that,
so I can expose you in your religion.
Wait. After asking me that, like, what do you want to see me for? What you trying to see me for, bro? You gonna see somebody else, like not me.
So you're not gonna come to the live, so I can expose you in your religion. I got it. Just say that. Just say you're scared.
You want to ask about me kissing? Expose?
No, I'm not even gonna ask you that.
All right, what you want to ask me here.
We're gonna go through your book.
Nothing about kissing no more, bro.
We're gonna go through your book. We're gonna go from Genesis to Revelations, and I'm gonna prove that it's not real.
Brother X,
up?
breathe for a minute. Why is that so important to you? Why you care so much about that part?
Why is what's so
He likes
important?
that. He likes that.
He brings up him kissing other dudes. We're talking about. At first we were talking about.
He likes that. That's his thing. So let him be. Let him be.
You know, I don't know how you got to this point, but we was talking about Kiyoki Munashi and him defending slavery.
Kiyoki can come too.
Hey,
we used to debunk him too.
Hey,
hold on. No, you didn't.
Hold on. We respect the LGBT community, so let him be.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Let him be.
You got something to say to me, Hood?
I do. I'm gonna be honest. If I see another man kissing another man, I'm gonna think that's suspicious to me.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
That's a little suspicious.
Well, We ain't no, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with them kissing and all that.
Yes,
It's
it
just
is. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. As a
Hey, that's
woman,
his community.
I don't
Hey,
want to
that's his
see
community.
two
Let him
men
be. Let him be.
That's your community. It's in your book.
Hey, that's his community. Let him be. Let him be. We'll move
It's
on.
in your book. It's part of your customary traditions as a Hebrew Israelite.
Got you.
And
Got
you
you.
know
I got
this.
you.
You
I got
are.
you, brother.
Why don't you say you?
I got you, brother.
Brother X. What are you? You a Hebrew
No,
Israelite?
sir.
What are you?
I'm nothing.
Man,
you're nothing.
I'm nothing. I'm just a
Why you
mere
so-
mortal.
Why you so mad, brother?
That's cool.
Why you mad, brother X?
I'm not mad. Why would you get this suspicion that I'm mad, bro? You just one of them fake Hebrew Israelites.
Because you got mad because I didn't tell you who I be kissing. Like,
okay, facts for God.
Hey, facts for
Facts
God,
for
bro.
God.
You making
Hold
it
on.
annoying. Okay, go ahead. He making it annoying though, Black.
Okay, what's going on?
Are you a Hebrew Israelite?
No, I'm a Christian.
What does he talk about then?
He likes to talk about men kissing.
He wants to be a Hebrew Israelite. The next minute he wants to be a Christian, bro. Make up your mind.
Good. I'm just saying, as a woman, I don't want to see two men kissing.
So let's change the subject. This is weird.
All right, so good. So don't talk about the kissing no more. That's what I was gonna
Hey, he
say.
brought it up.
You
Your
said
brother brought it
okay,
up.
but you said he not a Hebrew. You're not a Hebrew Israelite, and he
brought it
asked
up,
you
man.
about some. Okay, I got you. I got you.
It's not even
So
Valentine's
you
Day
said you're
yet.
not a Hebrew.
It's crazy.
Okay, so you said you're not a. I'm gonna drop your ass in a minute, bro. You said
Why you
that
getting
you're
mad,
not a
bro?
Hebrew Israelite
You get mad
because
too.
you're
You getting salty.
because it's annoying. No, it's annoying that you keep saying that. I heard what you
I'm gonna
said. You
drop it
already
because you
answered the
want to talk
question.
about kissing.
Oh, you one of them dudes that like to repeat yourself like a little parrot, huh?
Got you.
So facts for God. Your Christian brother below you is defending slavery with the Bible. Help him out. Don't be like him.
He's gonna be like him. So good luck with that.
Help him out. Facts for God. What you help your brother, because he doesn't know the difference between. I mean, biblical scholar, it's only so many times he can repeat the same shit and break it down the way he broke it down. I couldn't break it down any better than that.
Okay, so what was the definition of chattel slavery? Because I know you guys are trying to decide that.
I'm biblical scholar. Can you read it off? Do you still have it pulled up on you?
Yeah, the enslaving and owning of human beings and their offspring as property able to be bought, sold, and forced into work without wages, as distinguished from other systems of forced, unpaid, or low-wage labor, also considered to be slavery.
Forced and unpaid. I want us to focus on that.
I was giving facts for God, since he's a Christian and he believes in the Bible too. I was giving him a chance to help you.
I mean, so I believe, okay, if that's the definition, like without pay, then I do believe that's in the Bible.
And the part about being owned as property and you and your offspring being passed down from generation to generation, that too?
Yeah, that's in the Bible too.
And you okay with that?
Am I okay with that? Like, I believe I wouldn't own me. I wouldn't own another person, but I do believe it's in the Bible.
And so did you hear earlier when biblical scholar repeatedly stated how there is no verse in the Bible that says slavery is wrong?
Where's he at? Is he on the panel right now or what?
Yeah, I'm right here.
He's all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
He got the biggest brain, but he's at the bottom.
Okay, so he believes that slavery is not wrong?
What? No. I'm gonna repeat it because I want to show him that I was listening. His statement was that there are no verses in the Bible that state slavery is wrong.
Yeah, there is no verse that says slavery is wrong.
And you out your mouth said you're not okay with chattel slavery.
I wouldn't own another slave.
And you're not okay with it at all, the practice at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think the times that we're in today, that's not justified.
Understand why it's hard for you.
Well, at what point was it justified?
Well, there was a time with the Amalekites. Instead of destroying a nation of people, there was an option of making the enemy a slave instead of destroying them.
So this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he definitely not helping. So if you go to like for example, if you go to Exodus 21:16, it says that he that stealeth a man and shall be found in his hand shall be put to death. So pretty much you couldn't steal people from their land. You couldn't force people to work. And we know that chattel slavery was, I mean, it was propagated through stealing people from their land.
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me pause you right there, Kyoki. Where does it say steal people from another land? It says whoever kidnaps a person, whether that person has been sold or is still held in possession, shall be put to unalivement.
What is kidnapping?
Where does that say?
What is kidnapping?
I understand what kidnapping is. I'm saying, where does that say from another nation?
What is kidnapping? When you steal people, right?
Yes.
Okay, what do you... I don't get what you're saying right now.
That is talking about the Hebrews in your own country.
So you're going to steal Hebrews from your own land, from their own land?
Yes, why would you steal Hebrews
How you going to
from your
kidnap
own
somebody
land?
from their own place?
You realize kidnappings happen all the time in America, right?
We're not
By
talking about
Americans
America.
to
Why
Americans.
you keep jumping from timelines?
Okay, I got a question.
Do you understand what kidnapping is?
I got a question.
The word kidnap?
Listen, it says, and if he stealeth, hold on. Yeah, if he stealeth a man. So steal is right there.
Yes, kidnap. Oh my gosh.
No,
you cannot be this dense.
You're saying kidnap.
You cannot be this dense.
You're saying kidnap. It says, and he that stealeth, steal a man.
Oh my gosh, you cannot be this dense.
Okay,
Bible
Bible
says.
scholar, I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Was the Hebrew Israelites in their own land anyway? When they nomads?
So at the time that the Exodus was written, this is getting into their establishment of the country. So yes, they are in Israel at this point.
But was that their land?
No.
Okay, so
it was owned by the Canaanites.
So basically they were not even in their own land. So they basically are nomads. So they basically stealing people from land. So they thieves.
It literally says, and he that stealeth a man shall be put to death. What are you talking about? You saying that people are stealing people. It literally says that if you do that, if you steal a person or if you're caught with a person who was stolen.
Okay, can I ask you a question? So I see the argument you're making. Do you know what kidnapping is?
Bro, does a verse talk about kidnapping or stealing?
Yes, it says kidnap. The actual word is wegoneb. So
what is wegoneb mean?
Kidnap. Actually, it means and he who kidnaps.
Kidnap, steal. You can't do it.
No, it means kidnap.
It doesn't matter. You can't do it, period. You can't steal people. You can't kidnap people. You can't take people from their land.
Let me ask you a question. You're saying that you can't kidnap people from other lands.
That's what the
correct?
Bible saying. The Bible saying you can't steal
That
man.
Does not say anywhere else. It says it does not say from another land. Just like in the verse right before it, it doesn't say whoever strikes their father and mother shall be put to unalivement. It doesn't say as long as they're in another country. This is for the Israelites. You don't kidnap other Israelites.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Like, I cannot believe you are this dense.
Brother. Well, you're not my brother.
That you don't understand there are
You cannot
differences
steal people,
between
period.
Hebrews.
You can't be caught with somebody who was stolen in your possession. Period.
It's like he's not listening.
No, he's not.
Listen, give me the big screen so I can show you what the Bible says. Like, I can just show it to you. It's very simple. It's very simple.
Are you not understanding the distinction between the Hebrews and everyone else? Like,
this is why you go to Leviticus 19:34.
The indentured servitude with the Hebrews is different from the chattel slavery and the slavery that's regarded with everyone else. Like, that's what you're not understanding. You keep bringing up how they sold themselves into slavery because they couldn't eat and pay for. We're not even talking about that right now. We're talking about chattel slavery, and he's read multiple verses where the Bible supports, condones, and endorses chattel slavery. Indentured servitude is in the book. He didn't say that's not in there. But it's like when he starts talking about the chattel slavery part, your brain just goes Hebrews. And it's like he's not talking about that at that time.
But see, if you go to Leviticus 19:34, that's why I read this earlier. But the strangers that dwell with you, we already know who the strangers are. The strangers in this. Actually, let's go verse before. And if a stranger sojourns with thee in your land, you shall not vex him. Yeah.
So I know half of the problem here is that he's reading the KJV. That's all I need to hear. The sojourners part, that's all I needed to hear. He's reading the KJV.
The Hebrews was actually the strangers in everybody's land because they were nomads.
No, it's not.
What version of the Bible do you read, biblical scholar?
I personally prefer, if we're talking Old Testament, I prefer the JPS Tanakh. Or specifically for the Torah, I like Robert Alter's translation. But the one that I have in front of me right now is the New Revised Standard Version Updated Edition from 2022. I would suggest for anybody that wants to do an in-depth study of the Bible, as a good primer, get you an SBL Bible.
Burn it.
The SBL Study Bible.
Just read it in Hebrew. That's what I say. Read it in Hebrew.
Burn it. Burn it.
Okay, can you read it for Hebrew for me? Can you read that verse for me in Hebrew? I'm waiting.
I mean, I can't like go to another app. I mean, I guess I could screenshot it.
Yeah, I got a question.
No, I asked if you could read it.
No, he asked you if you can read it in the Hebrew language.
Wow. Why is that important?
Is Uma Karo, we nimsa beyadao mowat yumat.
Okay, why is that important that I need to read it when I can just get the translation?
And he who kidnaps a man and sells him, or if he is found in his hand, surely shall be put to unalivement.
Wow.
Well,
says nothing about from other people, from other lands.
Who else is Christian on the panel?
Facts for God and Ethiopia are the only ones that I think of.
Biblical scholar, where did the Hebrews come from?
Originally, they would have come from Sumer. Abraham most likely was from Sumer. From there, he would have moved to those people became known as the Shasu-Yahweh people that eventually became the Hyksos people that came back to Israel as the Proto-Israelites.
Okay, so, I just want to ask one question. When's Shem part of the Hebrews?
Shem?
Shem. You know what I'm talking about.
So, yes, they would have been proto-Israelites. So they are before Abraham.
Okay, so basically the ones that came from Asia Minor, that was in Turkey.
No such thing as a proto-Israelite, because Israelites came from Israel or Jacob.
I'm sorry?
There's no such thing as a proto-Israelite because all Israelites came from Jacob.
Yes, they were proto-Israelites because the kingdom of Israel had not been established yet.
No, but there's no such.
So they are called proto-Israelites. It's the same thing as saying the Shasu-Yahweh people or saying the Hyksos people or whatever they were before that.
Yeah, but the only problem with that statement is the Israelites came from Jacob. So before Jacob, there was no Israelites. So you can't say proto-Israelite.
Do you know what proto means?
You explain it to me. What do you mean by proto-Israelite?
Pre-Israelites. Before they were called Israelites, these are the people that were before that. That is proto-Israelites, the people that eventually became the Israelites.
No, but okay. So if I said was Adam, would you say Adam was a proto-Israelite?
No.
Why not?
Because his direct line would have stopped at Noah.
Okay,
and then it would have been the Noachian people.
Okay, and you're saying Abraham was a proto-Israelite?
He would have been actually from Sumer. The proto-Israelites, the people that eventually became the Israelites first after Abraham, became the Shasu-Yahweh people. Then they became the Hyksos people in Egypt. And then when they escaped from Egypt, not the way the Exodus went, they would have come back and reclaimed the land, or not reclaimed it. They would have come in and taken the land from the Canaanites and become the
question for
Israelites. So that is what I mean by proto-Israelite.
Yeah, it was reclaimed.
So where's your source that says proto-Israelite?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's where I just need your source, dude.
Yahweh before Israel.
You have a source for this? Or Proto-Israelite?
Yahweh before Israel. I'm literally giving you the source. The book is called Yahweh before Israel. You can also look at what is it? The origin and character of God.
So what does Yahweh before Israel say about Proto-Israelite? Or what is the quote?
It is tracking where the term Yahweh comes from, and it goes into that. The first attestation of Yahweh comes from the Shasu Yahweh people in Egypt.
I'm just asking,
there's a carving.
What's a source that uses the term Proto-Israelite? And can you give me the sentence or whatever it says about that?
Okay, let me pull it up.
Thank
you. Give me 1 sec.
Thank you.
Why are you pulling that up, Bible scholar? Are you pulling it up out the Bible?
Oh, no, I'm pulling it up out of academic sources.
Oh, okay. That joke in the comments said Jesus said this will happen. When you talk to Jesus, I know.
No, you got to scroll up. Listen, it's a dude in the chat. His name Jesus Christ. He said, "I would rather be crucified than to hear my believers embarrassing me like this."
I know, it is kind of sad, isn't it? All right, so here you go.
I got Jesus Christ in the chat. He said, "This is crucifying me."
All right, so here you go. Here's a source. Be prepared to write.
Damn, Jesus wasn't right.
Noel, 2001. This is Noel 2001, Canaan and Israel in Antiquity, an Introduction, Volume 83 of the Biblical Seminar. So I'll read it to you. The most reasonable hypothesis for equating the Iron Age highland villages with early Israel is simple logic. Meneptah fought in Israel.
Hey, what up, gang? What up?
In the late Bronze Age that seems to have been located either in the Jezreel Valley or the Highlands. Iron Age 2 Assyrian inscriptions, to be discussed chapter 8, mention a kingdom of Israel that was located in the Highlands and the Jezreel. In between these eras, one finds highland villages of the Iron Age 1. Therefore, according to some scholars, they must be the early Israelite settlements. If they were not Israelite, they were then, quote, Proto-Israelite, a term that has caught on with a variety of historians. That means that they were in the direct biological ancestors of the people who first began to identify themselves as Israelites. Of course, biology does not equate with ethnic identity, but research shows that ethnicity often follows biological lines because people tend to identify with the group into which they were born. Now that we have discussed a term so innocuous.
Can you make my screen big for a second?
That means nothing other than identifying these are the same people of the same ethnicity before Israelite became a country.
Okay, so let me talk for a second. So this is a scholarly journal. So Proto-Israelites, the story of a misleading term. I'm gonna pull up two different pictures for you. Give me 1 second. Let's see. How do you switch? Oh, here we go. All right, so Proto-Israelite, I'm reading kind of in the middle, or I'll start at the top. Prefix proto, originally from the Greek, carries several meanings, including first, earliest, original, and primitive. A prototype is a first original type, and proto may indicate something in the way of becoming. It's a critical review of the term Proto-Israelite. The prehistory of early Israel has shrunk from the early Bronze to the Iron Age, but the use of Proto-Israel has grown since the 1990s. So this is a new term tied to issues of historicity and ethnicity. Proto-Israelite is a misleading term. It enables scholars to refine a united ethnic Israel by projecting into the past and disguised as Proto-Israelite. There are no proto-people that carry proto-ethnicity. The use of Proto-Israelite serves modern ideologies. And this is a good journal you can read if you want. If you want that article, I can give it to you.
I'm looking it up right now on EBSCOhost. Proto-Israelites. What is it? Proto-Israelite misleading term?
Yeah. There you go. It's called Proto-Israelites, a story of a misleading term.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
So you realize what that's saying, though, right?
It's a modern term. There's no such thing as a
Yeah,
proto-Israelite.
100%.
There's no such thing as a proto-Israelite. So Israelites come from Jacob, and there's no proto-Israelite. That term was only used in the 1990s, and it became popular.
Yeah, we 100% make up new terms to describe things. What this article is saying is that you can't look at them as a unified block of people because a bunch of people came together to make the Israelites. It's not saying that the term shouldn't exist. It's saying that there were more than one people. So in other words, arguing against what you were saying is that they all came from Isaac.
The only problem with that is, for example, if I ask, like, was this person a proto-Israelite? You're only going to say that this person led to the becoming of Israel, which makes no sense. There's no, because I asked you about Adam, and that it just doesn't make any sense. Israelite is an Israelite. There's no proto-Israelite.
Crickets.
Everybody on mute. God damn.
No, I'm actually reading the article as opposed
okay.
to just reading the abstract.
Man, I was trying to see. I'm thinking everybody done went to sleep.
What you think about Brother X?
So let's also.
You guys really making it seem like these are real characters, or it's just mythology in the book?
Got you.
So thus the term Proto-Israelites can no longer be used, quote unquote, simply. It is embedded in the debates on historicity and ethnicity. In the quest for the ultimate origins of Israel in a historical and cultural sense, for what I propose to call the Proto-Israelite ethnic identity and socioeconomic order, archaeology has now become our most exciting and indispensable tool. That is simply because of archaeology's unique advantage over the biblical text. We see here how Proto-Israelite refers to an ethnic identity. Yes, he's saying that this was not a huge ethnic and cultural and biological, or what's the word I'm looking for? Genealogical block of people that came over all at once. No, this is a homogeneous view. So the term proto, in the sense that I am using it, is simply the people who preceded Israel and eventually became Israel. So that's like saying the founding fathers weren't actually Americans, but they were proto-Americans. They were the ones that were creating America, just like the Proto-Israelites eventually created Israel.
Wait, who were the Proto-Americans?
The founding fathers, the people before America who started that identity moving forward.
Who were the founding fathers? I'm trying to get some understanding of what you're saying, because you're saying Proto-Americans, so you're saying the founding fathers. Who do you mean? Like, what founding fathers?
The people who were here before there was a United States of America. The people who formed the United States of America. Until that they actually formed it, they were Proto-Americans or Proto-United States Americans, however you want to say it.
So which one of those? This ain't derail. I was just curious as to you talking Bible scholar. Which those Proto-Americans, were they black or white? I'm sorry, or British?
I mean, at that point, they would have been British. Before the Revolutionary War, they would have been British.
Okay, so
subjects of the crown.
And what were the slaves?
Slaves of the British crown. Well, slaves of the people, really, but
slaves of the who?
Of the people, the bunch of white rich assholes who owned people.
So okay, so you're
They were
saying that
wrong,
the British people are the protos, but the slaves are just they ain't proto. They ain't.
I mean, eventually they would become Americans. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. I wasn't really trying to make that argument that they weren't proto-Americans, but yes, they 100% helped shape this country. But regardless, slavery is still wrong.
At the end of the day, when they get through.
Are there any actual Christians left in this panel right now?
Sadly, I got one.
Yeah, it's me.
Hold up. Let me see if Young Miley.
That's Young didn't get to talk. I think
Wait,
Young is
really?
a Christian. Young a Christian for sure. He said that if we keep up with this, we about to have World War III.
Yeah,
That what he said?
yeah, because like the Bible said, all nations will fight in this conflict known as the time of the day of the Lord, just before Jesus Christ prophesied return. He said, for then there will be great tribulation, such has not been seen since the beginning of this world until this time. And that's what he said. Like everything he said in Revelations is happening in Israel. Believe it or not.
No, it's not.
You can pull this up.
No,
I'll
it's
give you
not.
the verse right now.
No, it's not.
Revelation 6-12.
Revelation was about
Zechariah.
Rome.
It says verse 1-2. It talks about this. It says,
Revelations was about Rome.
Behold, the day of the Lord is coming, for your spoil will be divided in your midst. For I will gather all nations to battle against Jerusalem. The city shall be taken, the houses rifled, and the women ravished. Half the city shall go into captivity, but the remnant of the people shall not be cut off from the city. And I got more, so like you just lying.
Bro,
can you read 17, 19,
you
please?
This for clout. You just trying to lie.
Revelations was about the
do,
destruction of Rome, bro.
Can you read Revelation 17, 19?
I'm gonna read what I want to read. You can read it.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy to.
Go ahead.
So
then.
this calls for a mind that has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the horse sits.
Which he's describing the
countries
that are going to be going to war.
Wait a second. No.
The dragon has to do with China.
Let him read it.
Go ahead.
The man is literally, the author of Revelation is literally winking at you and said, let the mind that has wisdom understand the 7 heads are 7 mountains. Now, what's another name for a mountain? Considering this entire book was written in code.
A girl.
No, a hill. What city do we know of that is situated on 7 hills?
How does that even matter, bro? You're talking about nothing.
No,
literally,
it's because he's talking about Rome.
And talk about
Rome.
Nothing that even matters.
Rome, the city of 7 hills is Rome. He is talking about Rome.
Matthew
the number
24,
666.
9 to
the
11.
number 666 is Nero Caesar.
Do you know
Greek
that it takes 6
Hebrew.
electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 neurons, which makes a person? And you know when God was talking about the devil, he called the devil him. Never it, meaning a person. So evil comes from us. We created evil.
Hey, young brother,
You're just gonna blow completely past
young
it.
brother,
It's all
young
about
brother,
right?
young brother. You getting desperate, man? Just go ahead and drop.
Bro, look, and it literally was founded on 7 hills, bro. We're talking about
It is the city of 7 hills. It is literally
that's what they're talking about in Revelations.
The Palatine Hill. The hills are free will now.
Yeah, that's his own interpretation, bro. Revelations was written during the time. Revelations was written during the time of when the Romans was ruling stuff, and it was talking about the destruction of the Roman Empire, bro.
Yep.
Religious persecution will follow. They will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you. You will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. Many will be offended, will betray one another, will hate one another. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many, which is the government. That's why y'all brainwashed.
You are definitely a false prophet.
You brainwashed. All y'all.
The Bible is talking about
just followers. You just follow who you want to follow. You're not a leader.
I actually read the Bible because you study the Bible, which you have not.
You got nothing going for yourself in life. So you go up on TikTok and try to lie about God because you hate yourself.
What are you doing right now?
You hate yourself. So you project it on the others. You hate
others.
Look in the mirror. I bet you ugly.
You are
You get no
literally on
bitches.
TikTok spreading hate.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
you know
I'm
damn
spreading,
well
spreading
God is
hate
real.
on
spreading the
TikTok.
actual scriptures that are in the Bible. So
All right,
you can be
Revelation.
blind
Okay,
to
are
what's
you reading
going
from
on
the
in the world. You
KJV?
can turn on the news
Are you
and
reading the
see that the Bible
KJV?
prophecy is real. So
Are you reading the KJV?
I know niggas that done
Because
died and
that's the
came
only
back
true
alive
one.
in the hospital from being shot dead
Because
and
that's the only
saw and
real one,
spoke to
right?
God. I bet you
Hey,
don't.
can you read for
Cause
me
you a
2
suburban
Corinthians
boy.
6?
Cause you a
Can you
suburban
read
boy.
for me?
You
Can
a
you read for me
suburban boy. You
2
live with your
Corinthians 6,
yeah.
11 through
You not in the
14 and
trenches.
tell me
You
what
was
it
never
means?
struggling.
Hey,
You a suburban boy.
hey, if you ain't gonna have a discussion, man, what you up here for? He try to ask you something. Slow down. Slow
2
down.
Corinthians 6, 11.
That's his question.
Can you read that and tell me what it means in the KJV, seeing as you obviously only read the KJV?
Niggas ain't never died and came back alive. I don't want to hear none of that. I know niggas that really been dead. I got a lot of niggas that's dead from where I'm from. A lot of people I know then died and came back alive. That can speak on
You want me
this.
to drop him?
That can speak on this. No cap.
Can
No
you
Black,
get
cap.
you want me
them
to drop
on?
him?
Can you get those people that have unalived and come back on the live?
He literally having a conversation with himself, bro. You want me to drop him, Black, or what?
Yeah, he ain't talking
Yeah,
about
he wasting it. He wasting everybody.
So they damn it. So they just kicked me. They just kicked me off the live because the dude, they said what he was saying was hate speech. So they kicked me off. So yeah, TikTok ended my live stream because the dude was talking about niggas he know that died and all that shit. So they kicked me off. And I think he reported. I think he might have reported it. That's why they kicked me off. So yeah, I was streaming on there and it literally just just kicked me out. Yeah. So yeah. I gotta wait till the 30th to go live on there again. So I probably just have to go live on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah. But that's it. It was interesting. I gotta come back and watch this over. That was interesting. You know, I learned some stuff from the biblical scholar dude, but I'm gonna watch this over so I can take some notes. But yeah. They don't fuck with me on TikTok. They ready to kick me off and ban me off the app. But that's the end of the live stream. I appreciate y'all for rocking. Like I ate it, right? It's gone.